Hello! Welcome to Natural Havoc! We, us, these people, are all very good friends. We are a part of Natural Havoc, spelt with a C. And we play D&D. Yeah, we are a D&D group that play D&D on the interwebs. We are veterans to the game now, and we play in a homebrew world of my creation with inspiration from everyone here, because everyone helps me weave the webs of the stories. Yeah, we play the 5th edition system with some homebrew rules thrown in there and all that good stuff. Yeah, I think that's usually it. We're going to go around really quickly and just say who we are and who we're playing today. So Tim, take it away.
Mic check. It works. Yay. Guys, I'm Tim. And as again, I'll be playing Arcturus, the Big Blue Elf, Falcon Warlock. Who got himself into maybe a bit of romance last episode, so we never know how that's gonna end up. But truly excited for this episode. So let's go.
Awesome. And below Tim, we have the one, the only, the Eagle Outlaw. Take it away.
Yeah, all aboard for the Arcturus and Elias ship. Let's go! All aboard. Hello, I'm Eagle. I'll be playing the Loxodon Rogue, and yeah, I'm so excited to be here. Make sure you follow the social media, from the Twitter to the Instagram to the YouTube, and watch all our previous sessions whenever you want. And on top of that, you can also go join the Discord and talk to me and all these lovey-dovey people, all whenever you want. Say hi, say hello, how you doing? Hey.
Do you know, no matter how many times we tell him when he shouts too loud, his mic peaks, he still does it, but it's all good because that's the man that we know and love. And below Eagle, we have Smitty Jane. Take it away.
Hello, I'm Smitty. I play Maeve, the half-elf druid barbarian, who is very excited to be breathing in some familiar air in nature. Yeah, I'm excited to get into it. Some interesting things coming up very soon, I believe. So let's get into it.
Awesome. I got completely lost with that comment just then until you clarified it at the end. I was like, what is she going on about? Crazy
Wait,
girl.
what?
You know when you said about breathing in some familiar air? I was like, huh? I was so confused.
Nesta,
I get it now. And to the other side of the screen, we have the amazing Rezray. Take it away.
Hi, my name's Rez, and I play Grint, the Goblin Fighter, Battle Master. And I'm not going to lie, the only thing I can now think of is the fact that the familiar air that Maeve's breathing in is definitely Andros's gas.
What the fuck?
He was sick last session!
Eagle
yeah.
you wasn't muted just in case you didn't know. So we all heard you go, what the fuck? Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, and above Rez, we have Zeb. As you can tell, we're all very silly today. It's all good. Zeb, take it away.
Yeah, I'm Agent Zeb. I'm always very well prepared for this, and this makes it a lot easier. I play Erhard, the wild magic sorcerer, and we are in front of a very wild tower of magic, and I'm about to enter it, so he's pretty excited about that. So we'll see how we rip a new one somewhere.
Awesome. And above Zeb, we have Lan, who definitely has a working mic today.
No, I do. Wait, do I?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So yeah, my name is Lan. I'll be playing Shion, the resident Diva Warlock. I may have, as per usual nowadays, some technical issues, but please bear with me. I hope if I stay still and not move much, so don't give me any emotional shocks or death or just make me stay still, and I should probably be fine.
Well, there are multiple people fighting for the microphone, so I understand. Awesome,
It's all
cool.
good.
Yeah, I'm the DM. I'm Onion. I do the DMD things where I play the narrator and everything. So I play cats, birds, bees, dogs, whatever you want to talk to. Every goblin, human, half orc, pigeon, whatever you want to speak to, that's me. I'm the narrator, the referee, and the storyteller. Cool. Right. Well, today.
Just a quick one. You can tell that Onions stopped streaming this week, can't you? Because he's just like, yeah, fuck it. This is what I do. Yeah, no, I play the things, kind of the different parts of the stuff.
Don't I say that every week?
You do, but you did it so differently this week.
Oh, I think it's just because there's so much like chaotic energy in stream today. It just seems very chaotic. So I'm feeling a little chaotic myself. So maybe I'll just kill you all. Anyway, I offered someone to read the recap this week, and I think that they're leading out of shot because take it away.
Welcome all to today's episode of Natural Havoc. I'm your host, the Eagle Outlaw. And today I'll be doing this here recap. Very nice for you all lovely folks. Session 59 recap is on your way. Our session begins with the party engaging in combat with giant ape-like monsters. They're weighing at 450 pounds on the after together with a curious group of lycanthropes. Upon defeating the monsters, the lycanthropes told the party they were a group called the Unbound, shunned by society because of their affliction. They were not their answering to no one but themselves. They gave the party some tips and pointers and went their separate ways. The party set up camp that evening, and some interesting conversations ensued. Andros was shut down by Decatha, again as he was trying to talk to her. How shameful. Meanwhile, Maeve had a heart-to-heart with Grint. Grint knew a village that might be her whole former home, and they would be coming across it within the next few days if they wanted to check it out. Elias spoke to both Andros and Arcturus about a mysterious disease she was suffering from, for which she wasn't found a cure yet, and which severely affected her magical capabilities. The next day, the party continued their travels. They arrived about a couple of hours out from the Tower of... What is that freaking word? Which belonged to Orthodox, one of the greatest wizards of all time. But it was no ordinary tower. Weird distortion surrounded it, and as they watched from a distance, there was an explosion of arcane. What will happen next on tonight's episode of Natural Havoc?
Thanks, I think. And for those that couldn't understand what was being said, the guys are in a forest on the way to the capital city of Elenasta, and they've arrived at the Tower of Cathlone. That word that you couldn't pronounce. There we go. Cool. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we're gonna kick things right off where we pretty much left off from last session. So, as you all were traversing through the roadside with the forests either side of you, we do arrive about 2 hours away from Cathlone. And as we do, you all see peeking over the treetops, probably about 200 feet, maybe more into the air, you see this tower erupt with arcane energy. Blue swirls and white streaks are shooting out from the center of it, as you see the rubble fly maybe no more than 30 feet away from it, before they all stop, as if time around the tower has completely stood still. And as you all see this off into the distance, with your tents set up, your campfire going, what are you all doing?
What the fuck?
What is that?
I think I read about that. You know, Orthodox, he had a tower, and that must be the Tower of Cathlon. It's supposedly does something like that. Like that is only what I could imagine. Like every couple days, it supposedly has like a space-time distortion.
Oh, so
And-
it is supposed to. It's so. Does it? Is that normal?
I'm not sure if it's
Volcano.
supposed to do that, but it
Volcano
seems to be
tower.
doing that.
Volcano tower.
Well, from my knowledge, it's done that ever since the Age of Darkness. Supposedly, it does erupt every 10 to 30 minutes, and then it reverts
So-
back.
Someone's trying to save the tower?
Or someone was, and somehow now there is just a constant loop.
Sorry, just a quick one, Onion. How loud is it?
There is no sound.
Okay, thank God for that.
It is pure visual, and it lights up the sky for the brief moment as it flashes the white and blue energy, but then it kind of dims to just a dim light around it as the energy seems to stop. And then, like, as you guys are sat there talking, 10 to 20 minutes later, you see the rocks start to form back as the tower is full, as if no explosion ever happened.
So if we're
Arcturus.
going over to it, how much time will we have to do our business?
20 minutes?
But
You can just time it.
I would hazard a guess of, yes, 10 to 20 minutes at most.
So we've got to go in there, find someone,
You're
and get
going
back
in.
out. Well, I thought that's what we would. Are we not going over there to help your disappeared friend or whatever?
Well, by all means, we can investigate to see if we perhaps think he's been here, but from what Snaggletooth had said, he was researching an artifact that he had found from here, and upon researching it, vanished.
Well,
The puzzle, right? From
The
Leader
puzzle
Tower?
box, yes.
I hold it up.
So you're telling me we're not going? That doesn't sound very Iron Vortexy to me.
Well, I think that sounds greatly Iron Vortex to me to not go anywhere near a tower that can do whatever that thing's doing.
I would just say, if you are planning to get close to it, you want to be very careful because, well, let's just say you don't want to get caught in whatever loop that is.
Well, before we continue this, Arcturus, do you imagine this could be in any way or form be related to some sort of planar magic, planar travel?
I have no idea. I've never seen this before. Like, this is my experience. They were stable. They didn't like loop in time. So
Well, from the bit of research I was able to do before we left Arkenvale, I read things about him having huge amounts of ice and snow delivered, so probably some kind of experiments to safeguard the experiments, maybe cool them down, I don't know. But also around the time, like the Age of Darkness, when, you know, he became known as a hero, at the same time as the tower started, you know, acting up, supposedly also Symmetra disappeared.
Quite well versed in Orthodox's tale, I see.
Well,
Everything he says is what I've learnt also.
I have curiosities sometimes, and this one piqued my interest. Eliash, do you by any chance know anything about Project Evanescence or Evanescence? Project
I,
Evanescence.
No, I do not know of that name.
Because it might be connected. Maybe there's information in the tower to that, but also to the artifacts that your friend left.
Yes, maybe, but the tower is rather tall, and you may only have 10 to 20 minutes at max each time. That includes getting in and out.
Well,
If Zoil was here, I'm sure Zoil could enlighten us more on what he thinks this is. This is his life's research. Zoil was researching everything that ever happened to Orthodox and Kathleen.
do you
That's
think it
pretty
might
sad,
be...
isn't it?
Him, you
That's-
tapped out.
I am trying to figure that out too. Tech issues.
Just put us to the other screen. We don't need to be on this one. Put us on the other one.
Do you God, where's the sword? Damn it. Do you reckon maybe we can, if we try and twist this artifact a bit more and try and solve some of it, maybe we get clues?
Well, if this was in Zoil's possession moments before he vanished, maybe he did unlock something. Maybe he figured something out.
Dedicating your life to studying someone else is a bit sad, though, isn't it?
Well, he was one of the greatest
He-
wizards known.
He did stop the Age of Darkness, the war between humanity as a whole and demons and devils. He
Yeah,
did
no, I'm-
close
I'm-
the rift to
I'm not-
save everything.
I'm not debating that the guy that he studied wasn't very impressive, but it just seems like a bit of a waste of your own life to just study someone else's as your life's work.
Well, you could uncover secrets, you could find ways to potentially better the world. Maybe, who knows, maybe bring back things lost, like
Well,
Symmetra.
Exactly as you say, if he can unlock the secrets of Orthodox's work to transport Symmetra away, if he can somehow reverse that, he could unite people that have been long separated.
And if he can't, then he's just read up a lot on someone else's life.
If he can't, then maybe he paves the way for the next person interested in such a topic.
Nah, this whole research thing's not for me.
It's not for most, I will admit.
It's intriguing. It's intriguing. And I think I will start finicking with the ball.
You want to
If
give it a go?
anyone- Yeah.
Make me an intelligence check, please.
Okay, let me. Oh god damn it. Yeah. I'll just take it.
Yeah.
8.
You try fiddling with the ball. Doesn't appear to do anything.
I will just leave it on the table,
Mhm.
and I would like to. I will just tell the others. I'm gonna go for a little walk. If I'm not back in 10-15 minutes, maybe start looking for me. And I will just
I
go some ways into the woods.
before he goes, I'm going to pull out. Okay. I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna predict like the squirrel that I brought back yesterday. I didn't eat it, and I probably would just cut open a little bit so I can get the scent from it, and I'm gonna put it on Erhard. Like I'm gonna put the squirrel somewhere on him.
Stealthily or just
No, I'm gonna do it like right in front of him.
You know, you could take my scent. You could take
No, the
Olaf's
reason-
scent.
I can find you a lot better if I'm trying to find you by scent. So if you are lost, I can track you.
Cool. Thanks, Andros.
No problem.
And yeah, I just go a ways off because I would like to do a little magic, and I don't want anyone to get hurt from that.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
I will just like, I don't know, like walk 5 minutes into the woods or something, or two. I don't know, like maybe 500 meters, not too far, but like a
Far
distance.
enough. Yeah.
And I think I will just cast shield on myself. Because if anything happens, maybe I shield myself from it at least.
Do you cast shield?
Yes. And that will trigger my wild magic surge because I
Yep.
have like 1 count left.
Just so you know, shield only lasts 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You cast shield. Can you please roll on the d20 chart, please?
Sure.
Oh wait, no, isn't it? It was the next spell, wasn't it?
Yeah, this spell will trigger
Ah,
it. Yeah.
so roll a d100 then. I see what you're doing now.
A 6.
We're
We're good.
Ooh. Doesn't it automatically
Oh
happen?
no, it's a fuck. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never mind.
You're all
I'm
good.
nothing.
You're all
I'm
good.
nothing good.
Yeah. No. That's why I was like, I'm pretty sure it
Never
just
mind.
happens at this point.
It happens. Exactly. That's the point.
Okay. As you're in the woods, completely alone, 5 or so minute walk from the camp, you cast shield knowing that the wild magic is boiling within you. It's about to spill over and something is going to happen. You see the wisps of green and yellow energy flick through you. You see it go across your eyes, and then in front of you, a sphere of green and yellow sparkling energy forms. And then it fades as you see a form within it. You see before you a circular egg-shaped being with one eye in the center. You see metallic-like parts. You see gears attached to arms, long spindly arms with fingers. You see 2 metallic wings protrude from its back, and you see 2 metallic legs that dangle with metallic-like shoes as it looks to you, and this smile encroaches its face.
Hi.
Greetings.
How you doing?
Where are we?
An Aston Forest. Who are you? Did I just summon you?
I'm Mondrone 001694384.
Okay. Where are you from?
The Great Plain of Mechanus. Why?
I don't know that. Where?
It reaches for its back and pulls out a spear, which starts to extend, and then it points it towards you. Where have you transported me? State, name, business, reasons.
Well, I'm a magician of sorts, and I have spontaneous bursts of magic once in a while, and it seems to have summoned you here. It's the continent of Veritas in the kingdom of Elanestan.
Name.
What name?
Yours.
My name? Erhard Weidestaff. Pleasure to meet you.
Erhard Whitestaff. Under the Orders Act, you are not permitted to summon me. You will now be detained and taken to the Order. And as he says this, you see the wisps of green appear again, and he just vanishes.
Uh-huh. Okay.
As you have successfully summoned a mod drone, for 1 minute.
Sure.
There you go.
And I guess I take out my journal of wild magic and start walking back.
Yeah, and as you start walking back, you feel the boiling simmering start to within you, this wellspring of magic, start to really simmer back down. And you could sigh for just a second, knowing that nothing bad's gonna happen, at least anytime soon.
Is that all the mod drone stuff that I get?
It's 1 minute, and I looked at the clock, and it was 1906, and we were about halfway through it, so I waited for exactly a minute, and then he vanished.
Okay,
I
now
love
I'm
mod
curious,
drones
but
so
whatever,
much.
let's go back.
Yeah, you start heading back. During this 15-minute saga of Erhard, summoning another being from another realm, and having a conversation with it, what are the rest of you doing?
Maeve would have turned to Eliash and asked, what is it that you want? Would you have gone into this tower if you were here alone?
Definitely not. I feel like Zoil was never one to leave his tower often. He would be one to find relics or get others to collect it for him, and return to study such a thing, to catalogue, to find information. For him to leave before uncovering something great, or for him to leave without informing his apprentice, strikes me as odd. Especially for such a long time. I get the feeling maybe he was taken by force. Maybe he didn't have control over leaving.
So,
I have a few
Potentially.
theories.
okay. What are those?
The orb that Erhard carries with him.
The orb?
The brass ball, the mechanical-looking device.
The puzzle box?
Yes,
Yeah.
puzzle ball, but yes, puzzle box, yes. I think maybe it, once completed, gives you information as to what to do next. Or it's a gateway.
Or a pocket dimension?
Perhaps. Maybe it came from Orthodox's tower. What if it was his own pocket dimension? But the
What if it-
problem with that is if Orthodox is dead, which it's been 700 years, that would mean it no longer exists. And therefore, Zoil could be anywhere.
But if it's Orthodox's magic keeping this tower standing, that would suggest he's still alive.
That phenomenon I cannot weigh in on. I have never seen anything like it in my life. There is an element of distorted gravity, an element of distorted time. I have no idea what's happened here. I can't help you on that one, I'm afraid. All I know is I won't be standing in the blast radius when it explodes or decides to put itself back together, because as you can imagine, debris will become flying from all directions.
The only thing I can think of is if someone is trying to keep this tower standing, it must be important.
Well, yes, I imagine so. Maybe it could be, like your friend Erhard said, maybe it's an experiment that he was trying to keep under wraps, that maybe upon his death combusted. Maybe it was his magic that was holding it together. And because of the actions he took before his death, now it does not get destroyed, but it also doesn't stay whole, if you understand my meaning. There's many
Yeah.
ways to still explore magic. Many secrets.
Do we hear
Okay.
all this?
Yeah, I don't think it's a private
Yes.
conversation, is it?
What do-
Sorry, I was. Oh,
It's okay.
go ahead, Shion.
Do you want to go in, Maeve? If it has any clues about Symmetra or anything.
I mean, Symmetra to me is as much as Symmetra is to any of you, as far as I know. I don't. Symmetra is like a big city, right?
Yes, but
I-
you were very interested in it. It's your home after all. All of
Well,
this.
All of this, yeah, I am interested, but I also understand the urgency of what we're doing, and I think it's maybe worth going in, having a quick look, and coming straight out. But I'm not sure if it's worth more than that,
Yes, hence my
especially if
question.
Eliash.
If it's important to you, I'll gladly go with you. But if it's not really important to any of us, and if Eliash herself suggests to steer clear, I suggest we do the same.
Oh, I definitely think it's intriguing for sure, but I understand that we're on a time crunch. So, but then again, what's 20 minutes if we're passing by anyway?
Fair enough.
What do you guys think? Like everyone.
I was a little bit out of it, but I was just wondering, has anyone been in there that we know of, or you know of, Eliash?
My only guess would be Zoil. But then again, the people of Syshil might know more. It's their region after all. They are the capital. They are responsible for the goings on of this tower and so forth.
And before we get to Sarshil, there is the village of Stillwater, which I would imagine is probably the closest village to this tower.
Yes, minus, I imagine, maybe a few druid groves deep somewhere in the forests, yes.
They might have knowledge just from being nearby.
Certainly. How far do you think Stillwater might be?
How far is Stillwater?
About from here, you'd probably arrive there, if you went straight there, you would probably arrive there in the evening 2 days from now. So it'd be a whole nother day of travel, and then it'd be the evening of that next day.
Probably about a day and a half's travel from here.
That's always an option, I guess.
Look, Maeve, I think as far as you're concerned, it would be a good place to go. I don't want to get your hopes up here, but this is the kind of village that matches up with what you're looking for.
Oh, Stillwater.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was still with the tower, and I'm like, I'm sure I'm not from the tower, but I mean, yeah, I did think about that when we talked about it, but I didn't want to get my hopes up in case we get there and it's not the place. And unless the student's pretty big.
Well, how about we head there? We go for the purpose of finding out more about the tower. And if we find any information that crosses it off the list of potential places for yourself, then great.
Yeah.
It's one
Hey,
more place down.
one thing we could maybe do, because it'll be really quick, because like we're passing by the tower, right? Is that right?
Yes, it is. It's along the road. It's maybe half an hour off of the road itself to get there, but yes, I imagine we could
Ha-
have a look.
Couldn't we send Olaf to have a look, see what happens? Or Kada?
Huh? You said something about Keira? Sorry, I
Yeah.
dozed off a bit.
One of our, well, maybe Kada or Olaf Raven could fly ahead and have a look. It doesn't have consequences, right? When anything happens, you just summon them back.
Well,
They could have a look.
looking at that magic in that tower, I'm most definitely not going to sacrifice Keira in potential danger. But maybe Erhard might be stupid enough to send Olaf again, so we can certainly try. He did it before.
And as you say that, Ahad, you don't hear what's said, but you definitely hear your name as you return back to camp.
Hi guys, what are we talking about? What am I doing?
Sending Olaf into a magical tower of destruction, perhaps?
Yeah, we did a little game of paper, scissors, rock, and since you were not there, you lost, and therefore you are now the one that has to go in the tower.
Dear, I believe they call it parchment boulder shears.
Yeah, that.
It's strange. Strange. The Quirinese version is so much different.
I guess we like. Honestly, I was thinking, who knows? Maybe Olaf can do a flyby. Like that explosion must be huge, though. Like if we see it all the way from here.
So what would be better, to go up close and you can like watch through Olaf's eyes to see firsthand what is happening? Science 101. I've read it in a book somewhere.
You know,
Ace-
Kada can too, right?
No.
Can I get an insight on that? Is he lying? My face.
What are you rolling? Roll your insight. Arcturus, roll a deception, although I feel like Arcturus should definitely at disadvantage. Because we all
Damn
know
it, I
Kaden
got the
can
new
fly.
weapon.
Yeah, you know he's lying.
So you don't want to send her in because you don't know how to summon her?
I do know how to summon her back, but
You figured that out?
yes, because you taught me.
Well,
I would like to say, if someone's feeling rather brave, I could turn them into an eagle and they could fly in themselves.
Hey, Andros! Never mind.
Well, the only issues with eagles is they can just be so loud. There would be no kind of form of sneaking in if it was an eagle because they just cannot
Well,
shut up.
True.
I don't think there's anyone there that would care about sneaking, I imagine.
The only reason, by all means, take your familiar in if that's what you wish to do. It's just if that poor thing is caught in the blast, well, I don't believe it will exist much longer than a few seconds afterwards.
I would have to most likely get him back. Yeah.
If you turned me into a bird and I flew up to the tower and the tower explodes, what's the worst that can happen?
You die?
I die or the bird just kind of goes away and I'm okay?
Well, the way that it works is, you would die as the bird, revert back, fall, plummet, and then take
What if I
whatever
fly at
damage.
a low kind of angle?
The thing is, a bird is not particularly sturdy, let's say.
Okay. Yeah.
So, if we were to put damage into some sort of integers, I would say that whatever damage the bird soaks up would then be, the rest of it would be dished to yourself.
We know this explosion goes off of, maybe a how quick I am at moving around.
Well, you'd be a bird.
Yeah, but I mean when I revert back, and the rest of the damage is,
Well, in that particular instance, you would have already failed or succeeded at dodging it,
right.
no? As
yeah,
the bird.
no, you're right. Yeah.
On a different thought, Arcturus, when we were riding the griffins, to Ithaldor, right?
Mhm.
You did that funny thing with Ondros, like we just kind of blinked, I don't know, somewhere else. Like, how does that work? Would that help somehow? Avoid?
Well, I won't go through all the details because there are a lot of details. Basically,
Yeah, just keep it simple.
Portal 1, Portal 2, go to Portal 1, exit Portal 2.
Or fall.
Or
Whatever, whichever way you
if
want to.
there's nothing below Portal 2.
How far, like, do you know how far they could be apart? Like, could we just go, in and come back? And...
Are you
I
speaking
can
of?
fall.
Are you speaking of Dimension Door?
Yes.
Ah,
I'm so happy one does know the spell.
yes, I've studied it quite extensively. You can get quite a distance for sure. I'm sure that would suffice for getting out of the blast radius. However, you would still need to know exactly the timings for when it is to explode, because if you were merely seconds off, well, let's just say I don't believe you would exist.
And if I don't
Wouldn't it-
exist, no portal, no safe us.
Okay, I'm gonna say something wild. But what if we don't go in? We ignore the whole thing, and I know it doesn't sound like anything we would do, but we carry on, and if we find people on the way, we ask them to study it and write down the timings, and at the end of this whole thing, we come back and we try and figure it out if it hasn't worked out with Zoil yet.
Well, I'm sure there's people that live around here somewhere. Maybe like they would know.
Yes, actually,
just
there's a
missed
town
the
called
conversation,
Stillwater.
yes.
Oh,
A village called Stillwater. Where were you?
That moment you were kind of flat on the ground in the tower, smashed by that huge dude, iron thing. I kind of lost it, and
It's
You know,
called
my
a
magic-
golem, a golem.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
we maybe don't have to keep bringing it up.
Well, anyway, I kind of lost it in my my magic went wild and all that, and that kind of leaves residues within me.
Spice
That-
bald.
Oh,
what?
is
You
this
would-
the thing that...
You would notice his hair has grown back quite a bit since then.
So you got eyebrows?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they
they're,
do that.
Oh,
they're back, but they're not as
fair.
full as they once were. Yeah.
So yeah, that like it's kind of like the magic is like trapped within and needs to get out. And I just I guess like when you feel a burp coming up or something, so I just felt that, and so
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to go into a safe place where you guys don't have to suffer the consequences.
Oh, Grin, darling, I'm pretty sure it's more similar to something else, if you know what I mean. And I wink at Grin, like, yeah, he gets it.
Oh. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I've done that before. Yeah, I usually, I keep it to a warmer place than the middle of a forest, but I can't lie, I have also done it in the middle of a forest. Ah, the days of youth. Anyway,
I'm not sure we understand each other, but let's just say it's past.
so did you, I don't know, blow up in there, or what happened in the forest?
Well, if you must know, I summoned some kind of mechanical creature of sorts, and he wasn't very happy.
I
He
didn't
wasn't
know that
there-
was possible.
He wasn't there for too long, but I kind of told him my name. I mean, he told me his name, so I thought it was just courteous, and I
Was
told
he
him
nice?
where I was.
Seen
and-
my
No,
fair
no,
share
no,
of
no,
men,
no,
but
no,
not
no,
that
no.
one like this. I didn't know you could do that.
No, we're not doing this again. Nope. We've already got their orb. We've already got his bitch. Her dad's in prison. You are not doing this to me right now. You
You're
are
not going-
not getting some weird little mechanical police force after us. No. I am putting my foot down. I am putting my axe down. And
mean,
I am
just-
putting my very, very large sword down. We are not doing this. I am done with this. We
Master
are
Grinch.
not doing this again. What?
Well, that shuts you up. Interesting. You know, I have bigger problems than that dude following me, but yeah, he kind of said he was gonna detain me, and then he vanished again.
Unless he
can't-
knows how
we
to
can't
get.
just have one day. We can't just have. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice things, because you guys somehow end up making an evil force trying to kill us all.
Well, if you must know, there is like an evil circus trying to kill me, and there's like also evil people in the forest where I was, and I would like to get back there at some point because my like foster father person, he is probably getting killed somewhere.
And we can still toss him off the waterfall if necessary.
We can what him off?
We can toss from the waterfall.
I think that waterfall's long gone now. It's been
whole
it's been
day
quite a
away.
while. We'd have to go all the way back. I don't think that's an easy sell.
Andros
there's
is
a couple
already
of destruction
I
here.
left the item there. No.
Never mind.
Andros is already seated on his bunny sleigh. He's ready to go. He's tired of sitting around
It's
waiting.
middle of the night.
Oh, is it?
Yup.
Good. Okay. I'm then gonna be making my hammock again, and I'm gonna be
Okay.
getting ready to sleep. Yeah.
And as this is all happening, can I have? We will say. Everyone just roll a perception check.
That sounds
Can
miserable.
I use my smell? Can I try to
No.
get a whiff? No.
Anya, just for clarity, are we
Yes.
at the next day already after
Nope.
long rest? On
You haven't rested. It's still the nighttime. You've had this whole discussion at night as you've set your tents up.
We traveled the whole
already
day before
had
that, like
watches and
because I had to
everything.
talk with Elias at night,
Yes.
and
And then we skipped an entire day because you rolled no
Yes.
encounters. So this is the
Yes.
next evening. Trust me, I'm the DM.
Oh my lord!
This
Oh,
is
Mr.
the
DM.
next night.
Yes.
This is the next night.
Great.
Okay.
So I do have my luck. I would like to.
Yes,
roll luck
sure, go
just
for it.
the fun of it. That's what I wanted to know. Is all we
Not
on
a
the
problem.
next day from what I perceived?
Roll
Great.
your lucky.
Just D20. Oh my.
An
God.
11 or a 6. And you get to add
Yeah,
plus
we'll
2, so
take
it's a
the
13.
11 plus 2, right?
Yeah,
13.
it's a 13. Okay, so for the sake of brevity, you all take your watches throughout the night. None of you seem to spot anything out of the ordinary or get surprised or think you see something that you don't see because everyone beat a DC of 10. So well done. You don't get startled. You don't wake people up unnecessary. You all manage to get through the night unscathed. We awake the next morning everyone, the next morning. And yeah, you pack your things up, getting ready, and as you all are, you get back on your sleighs when you see in the distance the tower erupt once more, and you see just about 30-foot radius where everything just hangs. All the rubble, all the stones just seem to hang in the air and just stay there.
The whole tower? Or just
From
top
what you
part,
can,
or-
because you can only see the top.
Yeah. Okay.
You can only see the top. But from above the trees, you just see it explode, white and blue energy, and then chunks of debris go to a 30-foot radius and then stop and hang in midair as if it's like in a net or something, but it stays there.
Did
How many-
this happen during one of the night's
All of-
watches?
All of your watches, it happens every 10 to 20 minutes.
Okay, what if
Every 10 to 20.
it doesn't kill you?
What
Like,
if?
let's say the explosion happens, but when it all goes back together,
What-
you go back together.
What if instead of
I'm not
sitting
sure I
here
wanna
and keep
try
talking
that.
about something, we cannot waste daylight and we can get to Stillwater so we can actually make progress in what we're here to do in the first place. And I'm gonna get on my thing. Everything's packed, ready to go. I'm sitting on it, and I'm literally ready, like waiting to go.
Would you like to not rush too much? Like the last time we rushed, we kind of rushed into apes unprepared and wasn't very.
And destroyed them.
Yeah, well, but I was scared shitless, honestly. so
You're
I don't
always
like
scared
that.
shitless. Who cares? Let's go.
And I mean, he
Yeah. Fine.
and I point at Andros and I go, and he did shit himself afterwards. So unrelated, but still true.
Well played, Grint. Well played.
Thank you.
And before we leave, I will just try the thing again, just for curiosity. You know?
Fred, make me an intelligence check, please.
The 7. I'm the
No?
greatest.
You just can't figure it out today.
Just stow it back and sure, let's go. It's a great day.
Okay, Stillwater's this way.
Okay.
Hey, Grin.
I'll lead. Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna ask. Do you also know where New Haven is from here?
Would I? I would assume so. It's quite
Well,
a
we
big
have a map.
location.
On the map. So if you're looking at the Roll20, yeah, you can see it is the other side of the mountains, pretty much from where you guys are. It's the other side.
I do. I'd say if we go to Sarshiel first and then maybe go south afterwards, we make our way there.
We don't have massive needs to go there, but if a lot of things stay unanswered on my end, that might be a place of interest, as I met someone whose child went where I went.
Well, Shion would be interested in going there as well, as far as I'm aware.
New Haven?
Why?
Well, it's on the coast.
Oh yes, boats. Fair point.
Speaking of locations and maps, does anyone like know their ways around maps? Like, I don't know how to inscribe them, because I feel this map is missing places.
Me.
Or maybe sometime we try fill in some blanks.
I would agree, but I will say that Andros has gone off on his own now in, I think, maybe the wrong direction.
I was waiting.
I was going to ask, would Andros leave before the conversation ended?
Andros takes up his dagger and just throws it in between them, like literally stinks it in between them. I will
Roll me-
steady aim it as well.
Roll me a dex check with advantage.
Don't roll in that
Okay.
one.
Hope I do. 9.
It doesn't go as far as you were hoping, but it gets
Yeah.
the message across.
And I'll snap my fingers and bring it back, of course.
Someone's a bit grumpy today, aren't they?
Fine. Let's go then.
Okay, so because we are doing it in the roundabout order, Maeve. Hello.
Hello.
Can I have? I think did I make you roll a survival check before? Or was it just a D100
Me?
for the two that done it already? Was it
It was a D100.
Yeah.
just a D100? Cool. Yeah, just roll me a
D100.
D100, please. I think the survival is if you go in the forests. I can't remember now because there's no track.
89.
What? Okay, 89. You all die, I'm afraid. Well, that's the end of
Okay.
today's session.
End of campaign.
Roll credits.
Bye-bye. 89. Okay, then please roll me a D12.
Once this is all
11.
done, I want to see the list of all the shit he has prepared. I swear.
Maybe you'll see it. Okay.
Oh no, I don't like that.
As you all travel throughout the day, a good, I'd say 8 hours into your travel. It's really far. Oh wait, actually no. No, we'll come back to that. 2 hours in, you arrive at the fork that leads to Cathlone. I'm just gonna, as you all slow down as you come up to it, what is your decision?
Stillwater.
Keep going to
Let's
Stillwater.
go.
Let's go to Stillwater.
So just to clarify, as a group, we're deciding that we're not gonna. Andros, I need you in on this one. We're deciding that we're not gonna go to Cathlone Tower.
And we see it
For
from
now.
here.
You see a windy pathway,
Yeah.
and then as you look down the pathway, you see that the bushes and foliage have overgrown, as if it's not frequented often, but you can see more of the tower from where you are.
So did the
Right now,
explosion happen
it's whole.
recently?
Right now it's whole in this angle, because you're like looking down and there's like trees kind of like creeping like this, and you can see the whole tower. If you want to wait for the explosion, that's absolutely fine, just to see. It will be like 20 minutes from now.
Well, I think
Ish. Maybe 15.
Olaf will wait and have a look.
You're going to send Olaf in?
No, he will just wait there and have a look. And
But you're going
I
to carry
will-
on.
Yeah, and I will
Are
tell him if only the top part explodes or something, he can try and fly in low and just circle around it, see what he sees.
I
And-
need the exact instructions, please.
Oh god. If it explodes without the bottom half, like I don't know, how high is the tower roughly?
200 plus feet.
Good. If the bottom 20 feet don't explode as well, try and fly in or something and just check it out a bit and then come back.
Okay, that's the instruction. Sure.
Well, find me, come back as in find me.
Yep,
Like-
your instruction is to come back to you. Not a problem. You all carry on?
Yes.
Oh,
100%.
Andros, are you?
I'm
are you
throwing
sure?
my I poke out my dagger again. I almost throw it at him. I stop myself and I'm gonna
You
keep going.
guys carry on. Moments later. Ahad, are you perceiving through Olaf? Because I know that there's a certain range on it, right?
Yeah, there's a range on it, and I'm not because I'm steering my sleigh by
Oh,
myself and I
right.
don't like trees on my
Not a
face.
problem. So, what ends up happening 10 to 15 minutes later, you look back and you see the explosion. 10 minutes later, I need Olaf to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
How does he do a saving throw?
Just roll dex if he doesn't have one on there.
18.
18. So he succeeds.
Cool. At the fork, or did he fly in already?
So he takes 23 force damage as the rubble crushes him as he is inside the building and he tries to fly out. You take half as much on a success.
I see, he's still dead. I'm pretty sure because...
Yes, he
yeah.
doesn't have 23 hit points. As you feel the connection sever.
Oh, I could have taken one of those.
Well,
Yeah, every 10 minutes.
he, yeah.
Both out and in. Okay. So Olaf's connection severs, but you got the sense that Olaf was looking around, was checking out the place didn't get out in time before, or at least get out of the radius in time before it all collapsed in. Okay. You guys travel on. And now 6 hours from this point, as, you know, it starts to get towards the evening, it's not too far off, you see a figure walking along the roadside. You see the figure is no taller than Gloin, hood up, dark browns and leathers, walking along, no luggage, nothing like that, just like with a bit of a cape and like a cloak, and just walking on the side of the road. Ondros, because of your passive perception being insane, you do spot that this humanoid creature is green of skin, similar to Grint, and could very well be a goblin, as you were all traveling through.
I don't say anything. I wouldn't mention that.
Okay, yeah. You go ahead. And you all start passing him by?
Is passing a person on, like, is this the first person we're passing on this 6-hour journey?
This is the first person you have seen today, yes.
Okay.
I'll give him a look up and down, see
Roll me a perception check.
see if there's any
Yeah,
doorknobs.
these roads aren't travelled massively often
Screw it, I'll lucky
because of
that.
the dangers.
Mm-hmm.
Especially this way, because there's like no towns here or anything.
Maeve would also look, just in case it's a face that she recognizes. In, you know?
Yep, not a problem. Go for it.
19.
Okay, 19. Yeah, as you go past, Grint, you take a quick glance, and I assume, because you two are on the same sleigh as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you confer with one another to let each other know that there's someone there, and as you do pass them, Grint, you don't get a good look at them, but you do see the nose of the goblin sticking over what looks to be like some sort of mask across his face. And you can see that his ears have been like tucked into his hood, so that he's just like walking along the roadside. Maeve, with that perception check, roll me a intelligence check.
No, I'm not good at these. Can I guidance myself in intelligence
Sure.
checks?
I'll give you a D4 on it.
Well, I mean, does that even matter?
It could
It might
do.
do.
Do I see her?
Okay.
Do I see
No.
her?
You wouldn't know she's doing it. You look. You feel like you recognize them, but couldn't put where you've seen them before. But you've definitely seen them before.
Okay.
You just recognize the clothing, but without seeing the face, you're moving as well. You just don't. You're like, do I know them? And then
If-
like,
Okay, considering we're in Elanesta, Maeve would be like, if I know this person, I'm gonna stop.
you stop.
Yeah, she's like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa.
Mate,
And the
what
rest
the
of you, I imagine,
heck?
do come to a bit of a stop a little bit further down because you weren't expecting the sudden stop.
Yeah.
I
I think I know this person. I seem to recognize them. Maybe they're from near where I'm from. And I hop off my
yeah.
sleigh.
And as you start to hop off, you realize that the person, he's about 50 foot away from you at this point, starts walking a little bit faster towards you.
Towards us.
Yeah. He
Oh,
sees you
okay.
stop, and he seems to speed up a little bit.
Hello? Excuse me?
Hello?
Do I recognize this person now?
Now that you hear the voice, you're pretty sure this is Ogrognak.
Grognak?
Ah! Ogrognak, yes.
What are you doing here?
How you know me? Me Ogrognak. Me not from here. No.
We met. We traded coins. Shiny coins.
Yes, shiny coins. Got some?
Yeah. You got doorknobs?
Wait.
He looks down and looks kind of sad when you mention doorknobs.
Oh No doorknobs?
Oh, Grognak find shelter. Shelter go crash in night. Oh, Grognak flee.
Wait. What did you just ask if he had?
Doorknobs. He collects doorknobs.
Yes. Collect the doorknob. Shiny brass doorknob. Yes.
Rint takes out. Never knew this moment was going to happen. Grint takes out his crystal knob from a door.
Oh. Goblins like doorknobs. Yes.
Yes, I found this a long time ago.
Want
It's
to
just a-
give?
No, it's
Oh.
mine. What do you have to trade?
And he takes his mask off and just holds it up. A
Does it
good
look-
trade, yes. Keep dust from mouth.
I like a dusty mouth, and this is very shiny.
Oh, he reaches down, grabs some dust. Dust!
No, I keep my doorknob.
Dust in mask? And he puts it on the mask.
No deal, Grognak.
No.
Didn't you have a huge sack of things the last time we passed you by?
Yes, oh, Grognak traveled. Went to big boom boom tower. Oh, Grognak lost everything. Oh, Grognak? Start over. Find new things. Yes.
What new things did you find?
Not start yet.
Oh, not
You-
started yet.
He just shakes his head.
Oh.
Oh, Grognak take ride, yes?
Sure, where are you going?
And he just points up the road. That way.
Which way is that?
You know
He
where
points
we're
the way you were going.
where
Because
we're
that's
going.
easy.
There's a lot of doorknobs.
Doorknobs?
I would say that if we're going where I'm from, the doorknobs are made of wood.
Oh.
You talked about the Boom Boom Tower.
Yes.
Did you go near it? Did you try go in it?
No. Oh, Grognak not go in. Oh, Grognak not try to take from inside. Oh, Grognak just try to take doorknob.
So you were very near the tower.
Yes. Does tower belong to you?
No.
Good.
Just curious what, you've been doing there. It's all.
Walking?
So how did you lose your things?
Thing go crash in night? Or Grognak? Or Grognak run away.
Oh, Grognak. Do you remember? And I point towards Ondros.
He squints. Oh, Grognak remember Elephant Man?
Oh, Grognak.
Oh, Grognak remember you, Stroppy. Oh, Grognak remember you no buy from Oh Grognak. Oh, Grognak remember and points to Maeve. You buy. Good customer, yes.
Yes, well, you guys, are you guys okay with Grognak catching a ride with us? Because
They're
some of
okay,
you seem
yes.
very okay.
He just climbs
Andros?
onto your sleigh, sits in Grint's spot. Mush, yes.
Guys,
Well,
Don't
I
look
guess
at me.
you caught him. You decide.
What
I
are
like
you
him. He's
waiting for?
harmless.
We go this way, no?
I can. Does it look like I could, ride the were-rabbit? Not the were-rabbit. That would be crazy. The dire rabbit that we're kind of venturing on. Does it look like I could?
You can certainly try.
Oh no! Yeah, cool.
See Grin trying to climb that, and I just point out, there's space in mine.
No, I've got this. I'm sure this is going to be fine.
All right. Good luck.
I'll ride with Grognak then. Okay, let's go.
Just so you know, Maeve, I am on your
Yep.
Slade's dire rabbit.
On
Yeah,
the
that's
back of it.
fine.
It's just I'm riding it now.
Yeah. Maeve's not bothered. More
Should be.
worried why some people are just ignoring her.
Andros, just so you know, you wanted to cheer me up, right? You want to make me feel better?
When are we leaving?
This makes me feel better. You and your good buddy O'Grognak. Mush!
Mush, yes. Yeah, you guys start riding out. You ride for about another 3 hours. O'Grognak is constantly, whenever he wants to talk to you, Maeve, he like grabs your hair and like pulls it a little bit. Because he clearly doesn't know the social etiquette of like tapping. So yeah, he just kind of like grabs part of your head. He's like, "Oh, Grognak needs to pee."
Every time, well, when he does that, Maeve will just grab him by his collar and hold him out as we keep moving and tell him to pee.
He pees.
Yes, I don't know what's behind
That's your
this.
instruction. That's what
Is
he
any-
does. He's as dumb as bricks.
We'd be like, "Ah!"
Yeah, you just see him pull his shorts down and just start peeing. That's what he does.
Are we like riding next to each other or something? Like, anyone in
sorry?
close vicinity, is that a possibility? Like to talk something?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, you just see Maeve hold him out. He like wiggles a little bit, his shorts fall down to his knees, and then he starts peeing. And then he pulls them back up.
If there's
And
enough,
then you see him just start shrieking when he wants to be pulled back in. That's O'Grognak.
if there's enough space for two sleighs to ride next to each other or something, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
for
mind
sure.
pulling up near Arcturus and just kind of make like a short comment. There seems to be a lot more force around the tower than I expected. Olaf
Arcturus,
is-
you can't hear a word of it because Erhard is speaking normally. And you are both riding at a very high speed.
Oh.
And there's a lot of pitter-pattering and the wind rushing, and you're like, "Hey, Arcturus, how?" Like, yeah, you gotta shout.
Well, I see that he doesn't react, and I shout the same thing. And like, Olaf's gone.
Wait, what?
Olaf-
Olaf's gone?
Yeah, I sent him to the tower earlier, way back, just to check, and
So what happened to him?
I hope I to find out when I summon him again. But it's definitely not a nice place to go.
Now you know why I didn't want to sacrifice Keda. I kind of figured it out.
Well, they say curiosity killed the raven, right?
Oh, poor Olaf. Poor Olaf. Well, at least we know it's dangerous.
And yeah, very cautious next time.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, and you guys ride off. You guys finish your day's travel, where you get to about here. And as you do, you guys start to set up for camp. During which, O'Grognak goes to every single one of you and asks if you have anything shiny. You do not have to give him anything, but if you do, please let me know so I can make a note of it. As he comes up and goes, "Oh, Grognak wants shiny. Start over, find new things. Yes."
I have 3 sets of saucers and cups. I will give him 1 set if he wants it.
Oh. Oh, Grognak need bag to carry. And then he does like the puppy dog eyes as he looks at you, Erhard.
I don't have any bags. I'm sorry.
Okay. And he goes to the next person.
I'll give him a
Carrying
tinder
sword.
box.
Oh, Grognak, make fire. And he like tucks it into his arms. Bag?
Would Andros have an extra bag? I mean, he carries a lot of stuff. I would
Sure.
say,
If you want to
You
say
give
you've got a
him-
bag to give him,
yeah,
go
he
for it.
has a lot of bags. He carries a lot of stuff. You take off one of his smaller bags and just kind of
Like a
like,
sack. Yeah.
yeah, he would just kind of like toss it over to him as he sets
Just
up his
shoves
hammock
it
for the
in,
night.
slings it over his shoulder, walks up to the next person. Oh, Grognak has to start shinies again. Give?
I still have, like, from way back, like some random pieces of jewelry that I stole from the hags. So I'll just give him the cheapest and most worthless set of those.
Oh, these good. And he shoves them in his bag.
Grint wants to test how stupid this thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Grint pisses on a rock and gives it to him.
So you pass him the rock. What kind of rock is it? Just like a pebble?
Just a pebble. It's shiny now, though, because I pissed
Yeah.
on it.
Oh, Grognak, how you find hmm. 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 Oh, Grognak thinks something wrong with your shiny.
Oh, Grognak, what could be wrong with my shiny?
Wait.
Well, of course. It's a whetstone. For sharpening your tools.
Oh,
To make
Grognak,
them
no.
shinier.
He puts it back in your hand.
How did I just end up pissing in my hand?
And he just walks away and walks off to someone else. Anyone else give him anything?
Well, I do
Maeve
have like a big shiny crystal orb, which I'm not gonna give, obviously.
Faith will dearly remember that one wedding ring that she bit off a frozen hand in the water, and give it to him, as it's a cheap-looking wedding ring. And she will actually put it on his finger for him.
Oh, Grognak, shiny! Mm. Good, yes! Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Grognak, take this.
Before Andros begins bedding down, I will walk up to Arcturus.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you have that little stone on you, correct?
You mean the crystal ball?
The one, yeah, the one that we got from that tower.
I do, and before you ask, I was not planning on giving it to Grint. Sorry, or Grognak.
Right. Could I
Goblins.
maybe grab it for a second?
You wanna grab it, or you want to use it?
Use it. Use it more than anything. No one else has asked. That's why I came up to you.
I was already wondering what's the deal with it, so sure. Now I'll hand it over. But make sure either you give it back or we
I
share
will,
with the group.
I'll give it back. I'm not gonna hold on to it. I'll probably go deeper. Would you want to come with?
If it makes you feel better, I will join you.
Maybe. It might.
You never know what happens.
Right. And I will walk like a few minutes into the woods with Arcturus, away from everyone else, and then I'll look into the thing.
Okay,
Little-
and when you get this orb, and you take a moment to look into it, you get the sense that it is trying to extract a name from you. What name would you like to give?
I'll give it the name of Veritas, Andros' sister, older sister.
And do you have a possession of that person on you?
Andros before he left, he would have like gotten letters from his family, things to like, be able to read while he's out there for like motivation. So he would pull out from like a bag that he keeps closed most of the time, a letter, and that letter is what he probably pulls out.
Okay. I'll roll a d20. Okay. As you say the name of your sister, and you think of her while holding on and clutching an item of hers, you see in the orb the cloudy interior begin to break. And as it does, we see before us the vast deserts. You see the orb goes close to the ground as it skims through the sand as if trying to find a location. As it continues to roll through these sandy hills, it eventually gets to an area of sandstone buildings. Andros, you recognize these. These are the buildings and the architecture of where your good friend Natty comes from. As you get closer and closer, the vision goes through the window of a sandstone hut. And you see your sister cooking various foods, chopping up some vegetables, some bamboo, and some other such things that would have been in the area from where you grew up as a kid. You see your sister chopping away and humming to herself as she seems to be preparing a meal. When you see a secondary figure nearby, just on the edge of your peripherals, you see the blurred out image of another Loxodon. Roll me a perception check to see if you can pierce the blurriness of this vision, to see if you can find out if you recognize the person beside her. A 12? It's difficult to say. The figure is feminine in nature and appears to be older than your sister. Could be your mother, it could be another relative, or it just could be someone that she's decided to live with during these times. But you see that she is preparing meals for 6 people in total. Not much happens over the course of the few minutes that you have of perceiving what your sister is up to. Besides her washing fruit, veg, preparing a meal, and you can see that it is getting into the evening. As you know, time zones do change depending on what continent you're on, and they are a little bit behind in Fortis from this time zone. So the evening is only just starting to approach, whereas you guys are well into yours. But other than that, you see that she is alive, she is well, and then the vision starts to fade as the mist encompasses it.
Okay. I will hand it back to Arcturus. He knows I'll physically give it back to him. And I won't really say much.
I want to check if I can read Andros' body language.
Sure, roll me an insight check.
Insight. 17.
17. Andros, I'll allow you to describe how you seem to be feeling at the minute.
You would definitely get the sense of like a relief that she's even still alive at the moment, and the fact she's even still in Fortis is a big relief to him. But you also get the sense of like he definitely hasn't seen her in like 8 years, and you get the sense that like a homesickness kind of hits him.
At this point, I'll just let my hand rest on his shoulder. Oh, ooh, hello. It's what's it called again? Tabaxi? It's a Tabaxi warrior.
Lucky.
It's Plucky. No, I'm just putting my hand on his shoulder, and the only thing I say is like good news, I reckon.
Probably some of the best news I've had in a bit. I mean, I figured she wouldn't be in too much danger. She never really was the one to go out as much. But I mean, we had the item. I just thought maybe see if she was there or somehow here. I mean, I don't know. I'm just happy to know she's safe from the looks of it.
What are you gonna do, knowing she's alive, unwell?
Well, it doesn't change the plan. I've told you guys I would help you guys with this, and I have a purpose here. I mean, she's safe. I mean, I have time. I still don't know what I would even do if I did go home. So, just the idea that they're alive is all I need to know.
Yes, I understand how you feel. It's
Yeah.
a good thing to know loved ones are at least safe, wherever they are.
Yeah, I'm just happy they can't look and see where I'm at. Imagine if they saw that I was just simply here.
It's funny how one little orb decides what we're doing, and then another orb informs us of our loved ones.
Yeah.
Let's not give it to a Grognak. Let's make sure of that.
I saw him. I mean, I saw a goblin. Didn't really want to stop. It just feels like we keep hitting a wall. Like we're just stopping. We're slowing down when there's this group of draconic people out there that are threatening to, hurt, multiple regions of people. And instead of us, trying to at least put some sort of, step towards these things, well, we can definitely take some time to figure out other people's stuff. I mean, but it's a lot of innocent people out there that are potentially getting hurt. And we are now at the center of potentially helping all these people.
But Andros,
And yet,
you can't blame other people wanting to help other people. Especially when we spend days on protecting a city we've never been before. We were not even welcome there. The only thing we had to do is drop off papers and go to the next city. And yet, we saved them by slaying a serpent. And we found Grint. And now, at the other side of the world, Maeve, Erhard, they try to find a piece of their own. We should let them.
I'm definitely wanting to help them. It's not something I've questioned. I've just questioned the time that we're going on about this. I mean, we're supposed to be going to multiple different places, handing in letters, and then what? What comes up after that? What's the next step? And it just feels like we keep.
If we would know, we wouldn't be here probably.
I agree. I don't know. It just might be me. I mean, I've you know. I just want to be. I don't know. Just seeing all these different people and the people we're helping out in these cities, and just makes me kind of reminds me of what a soldier was. What I was, and it kind of I don't know. It feels nice being able to fight and do all that kind of stuff again.
You want to be a hero, Andros?
Wasn't everybody? I mean, I listen. My dad was probably one of the biggest heroes I've known, and I want to live up to his shoes. I mean, I want to be able to maybe mess up a lot, but at least he would have seen I was some sort of what he was, a piece of that, So yeah, I want to be a hero. I think everyone wants to be a hero. Well, for the most, I mean, everyone's a hero in their own story. I feel like I want to be.
And at this point, I'm standing right in front of Andros. Just still having my hand on his shoulder. Andros, if you want to be a hero, if you want to live up the legacy of your dad, be the hero. Be the legend you want to be. And believe in yourself. Whatever we say about you, however we make fun of you, be that hero. And I'm sure your dad would be proud. And I hug Andros.
And as Arcturus hugs Andros, and maybe, I don't know, does Andros give him like a pat back as if to say like bros, you hug?
Yeah, you hug. Andros will hug.
And as the pair of them hug, we pan back to the camp as the rest of you start doing the various things you were doing before bed. But we're going to go to a quick 5-ish minute break. Going to go refill our drinks, go to the toilet, all that good stuff. Tell us what snacks you got when we get back. So we'll see you in 5 minutes. Take care. See you in a bit. Bye, 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 bye. Welcome back to Natural Havoc. We are going to carry on where we just left off. But before we do, quickly, everyone, what snacks have you got? Go first. Tim.
Teriyaki chips.
Nice. Next, Eagle.
Those are pens.
Pens.
Okay, you're gonna eat pens or ink. Weird. Next, Smitty, go.
Oat cookies.
Nice. Rez, go.
Relentless and some Maryland cookies.
Oh no! Wait, where's your other drinks?
Oh, and I got water as well.
Okay, cool. You normally get like 4 different drinks. It's really cool.
I've got Relentless and I've got a glass of water.
Okay, all right.
Get off my back!
Zeb, go.
We forgot to buy snacks last week, so.
Lan, go. Is it the same?
Juice. Yeah, and
Okay,
grapes.
cool. I didn't get up from my seat because everyone asked me loads of questions during the break. So
Who would do
Well,
such a thing?
never mind. Everyone in chat, let us know what you got. We'll read it in a second. Thank you very much. Right, okay. We're gonna pick up where we left off, as I believe Grint and Shion are about to have a conversation. So we'll go to you guys first.
Are we?
So yeah, as I see, as Grint sees the two lads venturing off into the forest together, he heads over to Shion and sits with her and says, "What's with it with the blokes in our group going off into the forest?"
I think they might have a thing for each other. I don't know. I never actually bothered to ask them about that. I know Andros had a little fling with a girl from the Silver Strings earlier, but...
Well, I mean, yesterday Erhard went off and did it on his own, and so now these two are doing
yes.
it together.
I don't know what Erhard does when he's in his tent alone. He seems to be in there quite a lot. To be honest, I don't want to know.
Oh, I can understand that. Oh, so Grognak, you guys had met him before.
Oh yes, we have. Curious little fella. Just indulge him and it'll be fine.
And that was all of your previous experiences with goblins.
Would it be for me? Nah.
You've met goblins in taverns and
yeah.
all sorts, but yeah, he was probably one of the strangest that you encountered, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just saying people like him give us a bad reputation.
Oh, I can definitely understand that.
You know, none of us are thought to be very intelligent. 90% of that can go down to the 10% of us that are like him.
I mean, I guess there's bad eggs in every race, but yeah.
Our bad eggs just happen to be really stupid.
So, what are you go- is there anything you can do about it?
He's not coming to Sasha with us.
Oh no, definitely not.
I have family there.
We'll just leave.
Imagine
steal doorknobs over in the village.
we breed like bunnies. If he gives birth to family members of mine, I will literally take this. I will finish off what that golem started.
Grint. But seriously, who would do him?
I don't know all of my sisters.
As you both
You have
look
a
over to
Very
the
high
campfire, you see O'Grognak putting his hands in the fire. And then he does it again.
You seem to have a very high opinion of your family members, darling.
As I said, there's 10%. 10% of us are like that. Not 1%, a solid 10% of us are like that. It's the 10% who get around as well.
Oh no.
Yeah, like that. Now me,
I trust your own family is not like that, surely.
I mean, some of them probably are. My family is very big. Like, we're talking, you know, I don't know at least like 80% of my siblings.
No, but I mean, like, you said you had kids before. Surely they're not like that. You're an intelligent man.
My kids aren't like that because I had kids with an elf.
Really?
Yes, I'm sensible. I don't keep it within my kind, because otherwise they turn out like that. As I said, 10% of the time.
I think you would get along with my father, to be honest. He thought exactly the same.
You mean he would
My
want
father-
you to experiment outside of I mean,
No, but I'm a half-elf. My father is a human, my mother was an elf.
oh, gotcha. Same question still applies.
I don't know, darling. I've definitely had some fun with tabaxi before. They're like deliberately dodging the question. I've had some fun with tabaxi before, but the fur, it was everywhere. It was such a mess.
I knew a tabaxi, actually. Funnily enough, the tabaxi lives in Quirin now.
Oh, really? What's his name? Her name.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I see.
You just hear from across the camp, "Oh, Grognak need a soup, yes!" And then you see him messing up all of your pots and pans that you've got on the side there, Erhard.
Well, Erhard be busy. He's actually setting up his brazier and
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're doing whatever you're doing,
Yeah.
and you just see O'Grognak picking up pans. He puts one on his head. He puts another one in. He gets like an egg from a pocket. God knows where he got that. He just smashes it in there. Doesn't even take the shell apart. Just throws the egg in there, starts swirling it around, and then just shoves it into the fire.
So, shall we, what are we gonna do for dinner? Maybe just grab some ration packs and eat them where no one else can see us?
We could eat a grognak.
Cannibalism, really?
I'm a goblin. Why do you think we have so many siblings? I'm joking with you. Calm down. Yeah, I can go and get us some food.
Oh, Grognag's blind! As you see the pot slid over his eyes, and he just walks and trips over and falls onto something.
Grint will accidentally throw a rocket at the pan.
Oh, roll me a dex check. Just flat dex.
Marie's gonna kill me for this. He hits.
It dinks off of the pot, which is on his head, which just starts to like ring in his ears, and you just hear him just like ah, just like laying there, like yeah. But while this is all going on, Erhard, you are casting your Find Familiar spell to return Olaf to the land of the living.
Yeah.
And what form?
Gonna summon him back as an owl.
As an owl. Okay, not a
Yes.
problem. Yeah. As he forms in front of you and then flutters to your shoulder, sits atop it, and relays the information that he had, which was that he flew into the tower. He appeared to be on the second floor, maybe from where the explosion was. And as he started to investigate, he saw it seemed to be some sort of storage room, many crates, boxes. The room had many wooden crates and boxes. However, many of them were warped as if were wet. And then he flew down to the first floor where he started to see various sculptors and statues of different things, and it appeared to be some sort of like foyer room, but the rest of the tower was completely shot. And as he just flew outside of the tower, all of the debris come flying back to him. He did his best to avoid it, but still got hit and unfortunately perished in the debris hitting him.
I would just kind of like scruffle his feathers and just, you did a good job. Sorry to do that to you.
He rubs his head against yours.
Me and Arcturus would be back by now, right?
Yeah, I'd say everyone's back at this point. Yeah.
I'll just sit down and I'll take out my water skin. I'll pass it to Maeve.
Thank you.
Everyone needs water.
Yeah, I have water, but thank you, and I'll take a swig. Wait, I sniff it first. I'm like, is this normal water?
Poison. Yeah.
Yeah, poison
It's
water.
good
yeah.
poison.
No, it's water.
Water is water.
Okay, and I take a drink. And I pass it back to him. Like, thank you.
No problem.
How are you? You seemed a bit off today.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's good. Everything's fine. Just, was recovering from being absolutely poisoned and having bowel problems.
Yeah, I like the confidence with the berries, but it's a 50-50 in Elanasta with the what's edible and what's not.
We don't have these issues anywhere else. So, I mean, I don't know. Must be something wrong with Elanaster. Probably a lot of, crazy people coming out of this place. I mean, we have you with us.
I mean, I think out of most places, nature seems most balanced here.
That is something interesting. It does seem very nature-like. It's pretty cool. Instead of just having like sand and maybe a few decent places of nature where I'm from, and this place is pretty cool. It's like a jungle out here.
It's pretty nice. It's nice to be back. But,
Are you anywhere nervous? You don't seem to be nervous at all. I mean, we're in your home region.
I don't want to get my hopes up. Elanasta is big. The town that I'm from could be any town in Elanasta. It seems like every town has wooden houses with a river with a little bit of a waterfall going through it, with elves living there quite remotely. So, I don't know. The one thing I'm more nervous about is getting to Saisho
Yeah, that.
and finding my dad.
Well, Yeah, that is it's a good point. I mean, I'm sure we'll find your family stuff. I mean, it is a big place, but I mean, we found our way to everything so far. We haven't gotten too badly lost.
Andros, if you found out your father was alive, but you found out he's on death row, would you bust him out, or would you let him go through the law because of what he's done?
I would want to know what he's done first. I mean, is he? Listen, Maeve. We're in the real world where people sometimes bad things happen to good people. I mean, I've seen it firsthand. Bad things happen to really good people out there. I wouldn't guess your dad's a bad person until you actually have the proof that he is.
Right, but at what point is he bad enough to deserve death row? Because
maybe
maybe he has done something bad.
We've seen
what do I do?
corrupted politicians in Sardonis, where people were getting imprisoned for not even doing anything wrong, but trying to stand up for good people. I mean, your father could be in prison on death row for anything, really. I mean, maybe he has information about someone powerful in the city that is, some information that he doesn't want to get out. I mean, there's a lot of different things that could be the case. I mean, I would say go in there with an open mind, but if the bad does happen, don't let it be a surprise.
No, I just don't know what's right to do if he's done bad.
There is no right answer to anything. I mean, the thing I've learned being with this group, especially with having Grint with us, is the line of right and wrong is very weird and sometimes janky. It's a lot of different things. Sometimes the right thing might be good in that situation, but that could be wrong in a different situation. But just know, no matter what you find out about your dad, your mom, whatever is going on, you have a family here as well. And without you, I'm gonna be real, don't think some of us would have made it this far.
I don't know, Andros. I just survive. That's all I'm trying to do.
It's become quite hard to do so at times. There's a lot of different factors now that it's not really a clear answer how to survive even, and that's the crazy part. But I know, at least for me, I feel a lot safer having you with us than not with us. And I mean, I saw you save Grit. I mean, that puts you on a pretty powerful scale. I would rather have you with us than not.
It's fine. It's nothing. He is part of the Iron Vortex, and I would do the same thing for any of you guys, and it's second nature. Pun not intended.
I mean, is he officially a member yet, or is he just, from the right? I'm kidding. He annoys me, but he reminds me of one of my good buddies, Brosta. He gives me some Brosta vibes, and I don't know. Part of me is very against it because it's kind of weird, but then part of me feels comfortable around him. And I find training with him pretty fun. He's very skilled. He's someone I definitely like to train with more.
I've never met anyone like Rind, I don't think. I don't think any of us really I don't know if there's fighters like that in where you're from, but at least he doesn't make me feel dumb when I say dumb things, so that's good.
I actually get you there. I actually agree with that. But he's a good person. He's a good egg. Also, Maeve, you know how to use shields, right?
I know how to use shields.
Maybe I know this is really random, but maybe sometime you can give me some pointers. Maybe show me a thing or two with how those work. I know about them, but I haven't used them and haven't even touched one in forever. So I wouldn't.
Dave's gonna pick up her shield and give it to Andros for a second. Hold this.
grab it.
And she's gonna throw a punch at him.
AK strength check, please.
17.
Does a 17
It would give
hit
you
your AC?
It does.
plus. Not with the shield, it wouldn't.
He doesn't get the benefits of a shield.
I'm not
Use it.
proficient.
What?
I'm not
He
proficient.
can't use them.
I'm not proficient.
Yet, at least.
Yeah,
But yeah, you clock Andros and hit him in the face.
I dropped the shield at that, and I'm just like, what did I do to deserve that?
Andros, you take a point of damage.
Holy...
Oh wait. Actually, what's your damage modifier?
1.
Is it
13,
plus
so 1.
strength?
Plus
Yeah,
1.
so it's 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Do we see all this?
Yeah, you're all doing your own things, and then you just hear like a thud, and then you just see Maeve just like dig into Andros.
I'll say at this point, one of the things I wanted to do was kind of sit with Erhard and go over the map thing that he'd suggested earlier. So I'm guessing we just kind of look up together and just go, huh, I like the way this. I like the way this is going.
I'll say to Grint like something along the lines of, "Well, now you know what they're doing when they're not around."
Oh, that's less interesting.
Well,
Oh,
usually he
know,
deserves
right?
it, right?
I told you I haven't used one in years. I even touched one in years, and you clocked me in the
Terrible,
face.
Bridget.
Oh.
You're supposed to hold it in front of your face.
Yeah. Listen, Maeve. I don't know how these things. I don't really know how to use this thing.
Wait,
I asked you
Erhard,
to
do you do that to
teach me.
yourself in the forest?
What now?
Well, when you went off into the forest, is that, when you went to blow off some steam, did you just beat yourself?
No, sorry.
He beat his meat. That's something else, darling.
Oh, what in the world?
No, You don't. Do you believe what I said?
What, that you... I mean, I'd rather believe that you hit yourself in the face or something else than that there is some kind of robot death squad after us.
Wait, there's a
They're not
robot death squad
here.
after us?
Like he
Wait,
said something
what's
about
happened?
like he's of like Metallanos or something.
A what?
Metallanos or something. I don't know.
Mechanus is what you
Metallanos. Well, whatever. I'm not familiar with it, so.
Oh,
Doesn't
listen,
matter. Doesn't matter what you say to Grint. The response is, "Oh,
Yeah.
what?"
I've taken a
Yeah, I
hit
have no
from.
clue.
I've taken a hit from the anchor, and I gotta say, I think you give him a run for his money with that right hook. That was a pretty good right hook. I've taken some punches.
You think I should stop the spell casting and just go in barehanded?
No, definitely
Yeah.
not. But I'm
No?
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
I
Mhm.
think leave the wrestling idea of this group to me and maybe Grint. I don't know how Grint would do in a fist fight. I think it'd be interesting.
I do apologize. I didn't actually think I was gonna hit you. I thought you were gonna be able to hold onto the shield.
Maeve,
But
it's okay. I've been hit a lot worse, and I will do a side eye to Grint as I say that.
Grint winks at you and says, "Oh, Andros, I've got something for you," and he chucks you a water skin.
I'll take it, pour some of the water out, and I'll toss it back.
That wasn't water. That was very, very expensive spirits that I stole from the castle. I stole from the cathedral.
What is your problem?
Drinking. I thought we've established this by now.
Yeah,
As he takes
but I
the
didn't
top
think it
off
was
and
this
just
bad.
downs it.
And as this argument seems to come out of control, as it spirals of everyone getting involved, eventually night does come and you all take your relevant watches. So please, can I have everyone make me a perception check, please? Perfect. Yep, that's everyone. There we go. You all, oh wait, it wasn't everyone. Oh, someone rolled twice. Ah, that's why. Oh no, it was strength and perception. That's why I got mixed up. Okay, so during your watches, Grint, at some point during the time that you spent keeping an eye out, you're pretty sure you saw a big wolf off in the distance. And as you alert whoever your Night's Watchman would have been, who would it have been? I'll let you choose anyone.
Arcturus.
You inform Arcturus of this thing. And as the pair of you venture a little bit out to the outskirts of the camp, trying to figure out what on earth is going on, you find a bear cub behind a bush. And just moments before you swing your blade down towards it, you realize what it is. The bear cub looks at you, and you can see it's probably a few months old at most, but it looks up at you, and it looks a little skinny. It doesn't look particularly big. It looks maybe a little bit malnourished. But you see this tiny little bear cub.
Okay, can I check to see if it's a what role would it be to try and work out if it's abandoned or not?
Roll me an insight, and that's purely based on its demeanor and is it looking around for its mother, or is it looking to defend itself?
So not animal handling?
If you're trying to ascertain if it's alone, it would be insight. If you're trying to do something else, it would be animal handling.
The 16.
16. Yeah, you get the feeling it's either lost its mother or its mother's passed. Seems to be on its own for the time being.
Okay, as you guys know as Rez what's about to happen, right? Cool. I want to... yeah, exactly. I want to feed the bear.
With?
Some of the food that we've got, some of the raw meat that I've found.
Okay, yeah. Roll me an animal handling.
I'm gonna lucky that.
Okay.
$13.
As you reach into your pack to grab some of the meat and some of the food that you've stored in your tinderbox, the rattling of the metal of the tinderbox scares the bear cub off as it runs off into the forest. And you and Arcturus stand there, and see it run off into the darkness.
It's okay, Grins. We're not all Maeve.
But we lost the crab. And I wanted to just want another friend.
We'll find you another friend, buddy.
I'm gonna leave the meat there in case
Okay.
it comes back later.
Yeah, not a problem. You do so, and as you come back,
While we
you
walk...
notice.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
While
Because
we
on your way
walk
back.
back, I'll just smile a little bit at Grins, because I picked up some of the conversation with Shion and Grint before. Now you know what guys do alone in the forest at night. As we walk back.
Grint stops for a second as Arcturus keeps walking and goes, maybe I am stupid.
And as you both get back, you notice both of your tents and sleeping arrangements have been disturbed.
Where's Ogrognak?
Roll me a perception check. You can both do it.
I'm gonna lucky that as well.
Okay.
What with these fucking rolls?
You look around, and you go over to where you saw him looking to bed down for the evening. And there's a slight little hole which he seems to have dug up for himself to lay in. He's gone. You see some morsels of food left by the hole, but no traces of him. No tracks that you can see, and it's pitch black.
I go and wake up Andros.
What?
On-
What do you
Andros.
want? What?
Grognak's nicked our stuff and he's gone.
So you wait, what? Wait, what? And I will grab my sword, I'll push him out of the way, and I'm gonna start like looking around for this little.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay, and I'll also try to smell him.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been around him enough, so this would be an advantage. 20.
Yeah, you realize he's definitely gone.
Do I know which
He looks-
direction?
He looks like he has gone through both Grint's and Arcturus's stuff, but no one else's. You start to make headway that he's gone deeper into the forest.
Before we eventually venture off, can I check my stuff to see what's missing?
Sure, you notice that your elemental gemstone shards are gone.
Arcturus, give me the word. Give me the word.
Grint, do you look? Your doorknob is gone.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm gonna
Give me the
fucking kill him.
word. Give me the word. Before I lose a scent, I need to know.
Go look for him, Andros.
Alright, and I'm gonna use my smell and I'm gonna like go invisible. Like I'm gonna disappear and I'm going after where I thought I smelled them.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna need from you a series of checks.
Okay?
The first one being a survival check to track him.
I'm about to lose.
Can I assist him with this?
21.
Are you going out
21.
with him?
I'll go with him. Yeah.
You wouldn't
Okay.
know because I'm invisible.
Oh well,
Oh,
there
you've
you go.
gone
I've
You
already
did go
gone.
invisible and then went.
Okay.
Okay. You managed to pick up a trail.
Okay.
You go deeper into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
You travel for maybe 10 minutes into the woods, following, tracking, tracing, until you come to a slight opening. I now need a perception check, which you are allowed to use your smell for, so advantage if you wish.
Yeah, 100%. 21.
You sniff around. You pick up the scent of Ogrognak,
Mhm.
and it passes through the clearing.
Okay.
Do you follow?
I follow.
You follow through the clearing for just a few minutes before again you are met with forests. The trail is to continue on. How long would you keep going?
Am I catching? Like, am I getting closer? Because with my smell, I would know if it's getting stronger, the scent's getting colder. Does it seem
scent-
like I'm catching him?
You would know from your previous checks, he would have left within the hour of you finding him. But he may have left an hour ago, he may have left 30 minutes ago, he may have left 10 minutes ago. The trail isn't getting stronger and it isn't getting weaker, which indicates that he is moving. But you have already moved 20 minutes through this forest.
Yeah, and at a pretty quick pace.
And you would know that if you travel for more than an hour, you would lose the benefits of a long rest.
Yeah.
So you've got 10 more minutes to catch up to him before you'd have to start moving back.
I will go the 10 minutes out just
Right to the
for-
edge of it.
Yeah, just
Okay.
to make sure.
I need one final investigation check, please.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Sure it gets bad, folks. Yeah, there's no way.
You travel for those 10 minutes. I'll say
Mhm.
8 minutes, so it
8
gives
minutes,
you enough
yeah.
time. And those 8 minutes, you come to a rocky cropping of sorts in this forest. And as you get there, you see a small hole that goes into the ground, like a burrow of sorts.
I'm still invisible, so I know I'm safe. I will get somewhere where I know no one. Like, I'll get like maybe in a bush or something,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna spectral projection into the hole.
Okay, so you summon Decatha to take a look.
Yeah.
And as Decatha leaves your body
Oh,
and
yeah.
moves into the hole, you see a malnourished bear cub laying within it. Besides a dead bear.
Andros would. He would drop his like he would have it come back like
Yep.
Decatha, and I would just drop my invisibility, and I have rations. I believe I do.
Yeah,
I
everyone
do have
should-
rations.
Yeah.
I would pull out my rations. If I'm not coming back with her stuff, Maeve would at least like love like a bear, and Andros would. He would try to very carefully, like, place down the ration and like try to show it to the bear, like food and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. So you go in.
So, I would disguise self and make myself look like a bear. What a
You make
bear looks
yourself
like.
look like the werebear that you saw before? Because you have to still look humanoid.
Sure, I'll make it a foot smaller and
Okay.
a bear.
So you
and
turn
then-
into the werebear looking
Yeah.
gentleman that you met a couple of
Yeah.
days ago.
Yeah.
Sure. If you walk on up, do you go on all fours or do you just walk
Yeah,
in?
I'll go on all fours. I'll try to. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
trying to imitate a bear right
Roll
now.
me a performance check. please.
Oh, this could be great
Try
or
to get
bad.
into the-
9! Would I get
Nine
advantage on
close
time a bear?
enough.
You go in,
I wouldn't. I'll be at the top, like the
you go
start.
at the top, you start to hear growling.
Growling. Okay, I'll immediately put the food down and I'll drop this. I guess this guy's not working. I'll just drop it, and then
Okay.
I'll just sit out there, and I'll because I eat a lot, so I'll take a lot of my I'll just slowly take out more rations. I'll kind of try to toss it closer to the bear.
Animal handling check at disadvantage, please.
11?
It begins to eat the meat.
Yeah.
However, any attempt to get closer to it or draw it out, it immediately goes defensive.
Yeah, I figured this was gonna happen. I'll put all my rations down in front of the bear. I'll give it all my food. And
You would know at this point, unless you really make a move back, you're not going to get the benefits of a long rest. Because the more time you're taking,
I don't want to leave this bear.
the
I
more
feel
you're
so bad.
eating into it.
You know what? I'm bigger than it. It's gonna hate me, but we have Maeve. I don't want to leave a bear out here by itself. Andros is going to attempt to grab the bear, and he's gonna. I know it's gonna try to bite me and scratch at me, but Andros is gonna try to grab it and try to make it to where it's not hurting him too much, and he's gonna try to take it back.
Okay, because you're in the confines of a burrow, so you can't stand up fully in it.
Okay.
You kind of because you're nearly 8 foot tall.
Yeah.
So you're fully crouched.
Yep.
I'm gonna
it's gonna
say
be great.
strength check at disadvantage against
Oh.
it.
Okay. 11.
An 11. Let me roll for a bear.
A small bear.
Yeah, it's going to be disadvantaged because of its size. I
We
can't
might not
find
be
the
meant to
bear.
have this bear, guys. I'm sorry.
Plus 3, but it's disadvantaged because it's a cub.
Yeah.
1d20 plus 3. Oh, and then again. So a 12. So it does beat you and you can't grab it.
This bear's strong as heck.
The thing is, it's gotten into the
Yeah.
smallest compartment, and it is every time you go for it, it slashes you. Actually, you will take
Yeah, I'll take some damage, yeah. 6.
6 points of damage as it rakes your arm.
Okay. Sorry, little bear. I'm just trying to help you out, dude. Good luck. And
You come out.
I will come out, and I'll
Okay. Are you gonna make a bit of a rush to get back so that you don't
Yeah.
waste the
yeah,
okay,
I'll
sure.
start running back.
Just make me one con save. As long as it's not a natural one, you get back in time. You rolled a 3.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So, yeah, you managed to get back in time. to not disturb the effects of a long rest.
Yeah.
But as you do return, the watch for Arcturus and Grint is coming to an end as you do. Oh, actually, it would be the next person's watch because you've been gone an entire hour. Oh no,
Yeah.
it's a 2-hour thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
I'll
You
just-
return and it's right at the end of their watch, nearly morning.
If I probably haven't done my watch yet. I'll just. No, I think I need it now. Yeah, I'm just gonna go onto my hammock and I'm just gonna fall back. I'm just gonna like sleep. Just gonna go straight to sleep.
Yeah. So Andros doesn't tell you if you found him or not. He just comes back bleeding from the arm and then lays in his hammock. Okay, nothing said. The watches end. You all get your long rest and you wake up the next morning.
I think I would like to play with the puzzle again.
Go for it. Make an intelligence check, please.
16.
Click. You get one ring in place.
I'll try it again if I can. Like,
This
can I
takes
spend,
you.
like half an hour or something?
Yeah, this takes you a while to get this first bit of
Okay.
the puzzle done.
Then I will just
During
leave it
this
for now.
time, everyone's getting ready to move.
All right. And we'll just
Yeah.
pack it back in the bag. and-
Yeah. Not a problem. But there is one. Make a note. One success, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got one success. Cool. You all get your things ready. You get onto the sleighs. I imagine Grint and Arcturus are looking at Andros a little bit like, well, what the fuck happened to you last night? Because you left and yeah, you come back bleeding and just went to sleep. But
You good?
Yeah.
I didn't find Grognag. I found a little bear.
Where is Grognak?
He left.
He's a walking death wish.
Yeah, he stole some stuff and ran off.
He stole.
How?
Well, ask the two who was on shift that night.
Okay, so we heard something in the bushes, and it turns out it was a little bear cub, and I tried to
Aw.
feed it, but it ran off.
Oh.
And then we turned around and we noticed our stuff was disturbed. We went to where Grognak had been, and there was no Grognak. And Grognak's made off with my doorknob and Arcturus's.
Fire shot.
He stole those shards.
Yes, so
So-
next time I will find him. I can't promise this won't be good for him.
I can promise I'm going to murder him.
Oh, okay. We're getting
No. He stole. He stole from us. He stole from us. He stole our stuff.
Yeah.
We-
I get it.
You don't even like Grognak. The only person who likes Grognak here is Maeve.
Okay. Yes, and that's exactly why we're not gonna hurt him.
I think he was all right.
Listen.
Okay, but he
can't just
stole from
kill
us, so I'm going to
everyone.
kill him.
We can't
He's a
just
bit
kill
odd.
everybody because we want to kill people, right? Just
No, it's not because we want to kill people. It's because they stole our shit.
Yeah, and I'm still under the fact that because of how you reacted to the other dude in the tower, I don't think you should be making the decision right now if we're killing somebody if we're not.
So,
Hey,
so
I
wait
didn't
a
kill
minute.
him.
If, for example, a gang called the Crooked Clasp steals from people and we blast them, it's good. But if he steals from us, we let him live.
Because
So aren't we stealing the orb of fire?
No, technically we found the orb and technically we haven't returned it yet.
no, we
We're not
stole-
going
we-
to return it. We
yeah.
are stealing it.
Also,
Just
So
like-
you're no better
say-
than Grognak, okay?
Other than Grognak, I haven't stole shit.
yes,
one
Mr.
of
DM.
my
This is Elliot.
it's not too important, but my soup spoon is missing.
It's
Well,
just a
now
soup spoon?
Arcturus's lady's been.
Well,
Was
well,
it
yeah,
shiny?
it was made of silver, yes.
There you go.
See, he stole from the Thrice Fire.
Guys,
But
okay.
why-
Can we? Can
why
we
did
just?
why did he steal from just us three and not anybody else?
Did you guys give him
Ask me.
something?
Stuff?
No, I didn't give him anything.
Oh, I told him to go away.
Okay. Well,
Why
there
not
we go.
give it
I
something?
pissed on a rock and gave it to him.
Okay,
I
the
think-
same thing.
What?
Just
I gave him a
for-
whetstone.
Just for our future of,
Oh, I
of
see.
moving along, doing things, okay? The bear y'all saw, by the way, I did see it. The mother is dead to that bear. I
What?
tried to bring it back. The bear wasn't. I left it food. I left it a lot of food. Don't worry, I didn't just leave it and not do anything. I gave it a lot of food, but the bear didn't want to come. Okay. Second of all, when it comes to this whole ordeal of us just saying we kill somebody, it is not our. Listen, we are not, executioners. Okay, we just don't, kill everybody who might does slight wrong. If that's the case, then where was the same energy to multiple people who did this wrong? Arcturus, meaning you, who let a lady leave after she literally was killing innocent people in a big city. I'm just saying, the same energy's right there, right? We let her go. I think the same thing should be applied to Grognag. Grognag, I don't like him. I'll be honest with you, I
Sorry.
never liked him from day one.
I
But
don't mean to interrupt. Did you say you let her go?
Yes.
Is this another example of Andros talking too much?
And I look at
No,
Andros and
this
I
is
say,
Andros making a
yes.
point.
That's not what you told us at the council.
Grint goes and stands next to Eliash and looks judgingly at.
She just looks confused because you obviously said one thing and clearly the truth's now come out in front of her. Why did you let her go?
I had a hunch. There was something not right about the attack on Arkenville. It seemed there was more at hand than just an attack. It was calculated. It was at the right time. Unfortunately for them, we were there as well.
So is there more that you're not telling us?
I'm not sure.
The problem when you make up lies, you don't know what you've told the truth of or what you've lied about.
At this point, I look also at the rest because we all went for the council. I believe we told what happened, right?
Well, I can see this conversation's going nowhere.
How about we do this? Eliash, what were you told? And then you can be told the truth.
Well, to be honest, we were all told very little. What we were told is that they managed to slay one of the winged drakes that was associated with apparently their leader. Some sort of bond between the two of them. That she managed to escape your grasps.
Their grasps.
Yes,
Yeah.
Iron Vortex minus Grint.
Just the Iron Vortex, really, at the moment. I'm only really a part-time semi-member.
I just... It is not that I think you have done anything wrong. I am just surprised it's taken this long for you to inform me.
well,
And it feels like it was more of a slip of the tongue than willingly.
Well, to be honest, we did kill the beasts, and she managed to get away because she was speaking in the language only I could comprehend. Draconic.
Very well.
And she was almost begging me to let her live. It's not something one would do. One would, when you want to annihilate a city out of vengeance, you wouldn't beg for mercy. And then that other dude, there was more to him. As we later found out, it was Ivan Twiller. Brent, I think you met him before.
Yes. According to some letters that made their way into Galoin's ownership, it was through the fact that Ivan Twiller was set free with this. This lady, I believe, was part of the letters as well. He has been apprehended, and the entirety of Craddock is now aware of the schemes of these people.
He's been apprehended.
Or he's in the process of being arrested, or when we were leaving, they were sending people out that day.
Well, at least that's one thing.
Well, I for one believe why we say bend the truth a little was that at the time us as a party we were kind of split about letting her go and about the consequences it might have had. So it was either be loyal to each other or tear each other apart in front of the council.
So what do you gain out of it?
To be honest, nothing.
You need to make me a deception check, please.
Can Grint roll insight
24.
on this as well?
Sure. I need to find her character sheet. I wasn't expecting to roll this.
Grint
Okay.
has no idea.
Eliash, do you have good insight?
Would be wise.
Okay. It's a flat roll, no advantage or anything like that. Oof. Okay. Very well. We'll talk more on the matter at another time. I believe we have somewhere to be.
We should. But let's be on our
And
way.
she boards one of the sleighs. And you all go on your way?
Grint asks Elias, do you want some company?
Very well. If you wish
So-
to drive.
We like I don't know, we're gonna drop the whole stolen goods situation.
Well, what do you mean? What are we going to do
What
about it now?
What are you bringing up?
I'm just wondering, we're in the middle discussing what we're gonna do about Grognak.
Oh,
and
I'm
the
still
things
gonna
he
kill
took.
Grognak.
We're not gonna kill anybody.
No,
We
you
could
guys aren't. You guys
seriously-
aren't.
could
I am.
seriously maim him.
No, I'm just going to kill him.
He only took a spoon.
Well, he took rather precious things from Arcturus, I
I've-
believe.
I have more. No one,
And-
no worry.
And things that hold sentiment. Well, a thing that holds sentimental value to me.
How does
Well-
the... Never mind.
There's a story. It's one I haven't told yet.
Can
Well, I
I
was just
please-
curious, but I guess we can continue.
What?
I'm saying, I was just curious how you guys, like, because we didn't really solve the matter, but I don't really care that much. Like, then we just go.
For logistics, if Brent goes on with
Shion's
Eliash,
on the
the
back of
Shion...
yours. Yeah.
Shion is on mine. Okay.
Yeah, so it's Maeve and Shion, because that's what you wanted to do originally anyway, I think, so it works out.
That's fine.
At least Shion did, I know that. Cool.
With
Yes.
Not driving, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, in that case, Grint, can I have a D100 roll, please?
You can steed, you handsome bugger, you.
Thank you very much, Galoin says.
That's a 49.
49. Shame it wasn't a 69. Right, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
D12, please.
It would sum up this session pretty well. A 2.
Ooh. You have had a 2. So...
What would you re-roll?
I'll let you choose 1 or 3.
1.
Okay. Perfect.
Uh-oh.
It's o'clock.
You guys travel for 6 hours. Grint, you know Stillwater is not far from here. It's just a few more hours. And as you're passing through, Maeve, you're not the first to spot it. But what you do spot brings back a flood of memories. As before you, across the roadside, filling the entirety of it, are hundreds of crimson butterflies fluttering from the trees all into the center. I will have a history check from Maeve at advantage, a history check from Grint at advantage, and a history check from Erhard not at advantage.
Not 20?
Perfect. It's
16.
Thematically? Is that the right word? Anyway, thematically, thank you. Thematically perfect for Maeve to get a nat 20 on this, because it is a memory, tied to a memory. Erhard, you recall hearing of this, but never seen it. You recall that during the heights of summer, there is always, around this area of Elenasta, a flock of hundreds of crimson butterflies that come here to mate. It is how they find a partner during these times. The rest of you...
Can I just ask?
Mhm.
Is there, like, I would assume, like, there's a specific flower or something attached to those butterflies? Or, like, why they would mate in that particular area?
You don't know.
Okay.
The information you do not have. Grint, however, you know that this particular area is near the lake, the Aspello Lake, which is where they flock to mate. It's actually the lake that is attached to Stillwater. You know, it's like an hour or so from where you are. And during these times, they are often found through the roadside. And all of you see the rays of sunlight before the dusk sets in, shining through the trees, and it is beautiful as you see all these fluttering crimson, and they are so brightly coloured, crimson butterflies fluttering back and forth, trying to find their mate. These butterflies tend to only be seen during the months of summer, and can be found in an abundance when the heat and the warmth of the weather is at its peak. This, what you are seeing right now, is known as the Crimson Dance. It is a dance of two butterflies trying to find one another while passing through many different opportunities and mates. As you pass through, they are a little higher than you are, but as you pass through, a few flutter down and land on the sleighs as you go by. And it truly is a beautiful sight. However, Maeve, for you remember, as a kid, a vivid memory of your mother and father bringing you to a nearby location here. And you would sit on a small hill, looking through the tree line at all the hundreds, maybe thousands of butterflies coming here to find their lifelong partners. And you would know that they used to always talk about how they once also had a crimson dance themselves. And it's at this moment that emotions maybe well up in Maeve a little bit. And it's the flooding memory of your parents, and you haven't had a strong feeling of this memory in a very long time. Until an hour later, Grint pulls up the sleighs on the edge of the lake. Grint, you know it's maybe a 10-minute walk.
Oh, it's been a while since we've been in some form of civilization. Maybe we could do with a little bit of space from each other as we explore the town.
Maeve is quiet, like in herself, just looking around. So she will wander off.
But before
I
Maeve
see-
wanders off, Grint goes to her and just goes, "Are you okay?"
Those butterflies. I've seen them before. They come here for specific months a year to specific locations, which means that we're near my home. I've
I
seen
know.
them with my parents.
Okay, if you need us, we'll be in the village. Just don't wander too far, okay?
Do you want at least someone to go with you, just in case? I mean, this is a whole new area to many. If you want to go alone, it's fine. I'm just putting it out there. This is a.
I'm just scared. I didn't think we would find my home, and if this is, then it's really scary.
Well, if I would say, what are you more comfortable with? Do you want?
You guys can come with, but you don't have to. You know, I always do things on my own. I can do
No.
it alone.
If you want any of us there, we will be there for you. This is your home. We came here for you, not for. We came here because this is a potential, right? We're here for you. If you want us to be a part of whatever's happening, let us know. If not, we'll go find other things.
Come with. We've gone through everything together, and if you guys want to, then come with.
I'd love to come, but shall we get settled in the village first? Maybe get an inn, and it's late in the day. Get our stuff put down somewhere safe, and then rest for the evening. Maybe see what the nightlife is like, and then in the morning we can have a full day of exploring the area around.
Are we
Would-
really
would-
wanting to risk this? I mean, what? I mean, Maeve says they come down here for what? Only a little bit, ever so often. I mean, what if they're gone the next day? I mean, are we really wanting to risk?
You know what? You guys go look for an inn. I will find you. I will have a look around myself very quickly.
Maeve.
Maeve will turn into a deer at this point and just start bolting it into town.
Before Grint takes off Gifter, I don't have much, but so you know that we're always with you. And he gives his axe to Maeve.
Before I'm a deer, or when I'm a
I
deer.
hope so.
Yeah, tries to basically put it.
Yeah, I'll say before, that way it morphs in with you.
Right? But I don't need this.
It's a symbol more than anything else. My only other real thing of any sentimental value was taken by Grognak, so.
Well,
I will
before
then. Just real quick question for the DM side. The glove of bonding. It's only attuned to the item, not to me, right? Or it has to be both ways.
You have to attune to the glove.
I have to tune. Okay, never mind.
And then the glove
Guys,
captures one item.
I have a sending stone. I can call Eliash. It's fine.
It's okay. It's just we don't want you to
I
feel
can
alone.
also contact you whenever you need, right?
Yeah, you can.
Well,
It's
Maeve-
fine. It's
I would
fine.
s-
She'll be fine.
I would say Grint would also know the village isn't particularly big, so you probably would be able to spot one another if you just walked around a little bit.
Well, if you want to go by yourself, but if you want, Olaf can come with you. Since
Look, I'm gonna go. If you wanna send him. But I'm gonna go.
I will have Olaf follow her.
Let her go.
Do you want me to look after Socks?
Yeah, because it would be weird if he was riding.
That's
I
fine.
mean, it would be funny, but he was not
Yeah.
gonna ride a deer.
That's no worries. And yeah, Galoin takes Socks from you.
Just holler. We'll
Right,
come running.
Let's go into town, Maeve. We'll see you soon.
Yep, and
Dear, run off.
hops away.
Okay, well, I will drag you to Stillwater. The town, village of Stillwater. It borders on the Aspello Lake. And the way that the village is constructed is that it does rise up on a hilly, mountainous, not mountains, but like there are heightened parts of the village where the lake goes, and just before the bulk of the lake, there is a waterfall that trickles down. Not particularly high, maybe 25 foot up max. It's not a particularly high one, but it's where the river meets the Lake of Aspello. And as you all come in, you see large trees, many of which have homes built into the sides of them. Some are slightly higher on like a treetop walk where there are platforms and stairs that come down to the base. But for the most part, it is a very, very quiet village. And as you all come in, we will have Maeve as Maeve, as Bambi comes running on in ahead of the group. And as soon as you enter, a flood of emotions hit you as you recognize these houses. You run through, round, because you guys are coming from this entrance here. You run through and see all of the different homes, which don't look that much different from when you last left. Many of them are very similar to when you were just a little girl. There are a couple of new homes that have been built on the lakefront, and a few that have been built higher into the trees. But predominantly, it's very similar to how it used to be. And as you run through and start to see the different homes that you used to run around as a naughty little girl playing games with your good friends, you get to this house over here. And I will drag you on just so we know where you are as opposed to the group. And as you start running through as the deer, you kind of stop as you look towards one of the houses. This was the house that you grew up in. It's still there. You see candlelight from within. No one on the front porch, no one in the windows. You just see a lit candle from within with a small, warm glow.
I approach as the deer.
Mhm.
Can I hear anything? Can I see
You-
over the window?
Yeah, you get closer to look. The window appears to be into some sort of lounge. It looks slightly different to what you remember.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a perception check.
I would also ask, does this look like the house that I saw when I did the scrying on my mother?
You didn't see anything because it was Tortor Dust describing the house.
Oh, okay.
It was different to the orb.
Not 20.
Perfect. As you look in, something's off. This isn't how you remember it. And then you see a pencil drawing hung up on the walls of an elven man and an elven woman with a little girl. And you realize that although this may have been your family home, your family no longer live here.
Okay.
And I would say with the nat 20, you wait long enough and get an angle that you see an elven man with bright blonde hair and an elven woman with ginger hair sat at a table with a small ginger little girl. And they're currently eating what looks to be like some sort of supper.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Callum's house.
Okay, well, as you do, Kellum never really lived too far from you. He was just across the bridge around the back of your house, and you make your way over here, and this was Kellum's house here, and as you approach, you start to make your way closer when you see a bundle of firewood on the porch. And you see Kellum's mother come out of the door, pick some of it up, and walk back in. And you recognize her because you know that she was elven. And elves don't age like anyone else. They take years and years to have any change. And you see the best friend of your childhood mother collecting the firewood.
I didn't write this, but would I know her name?
You would. I believe it's Castnia, but I will just double check. Let me go to my notes. Give me 2 seconds. Yes, you would know her name to be Casnia Galebright.
Casnia Galebright?
Yes, Galebright, which was Kellum's surname.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. She's gone into the house now.
She's coming out, grabbing some of the firewood, going in. Yeah, you can see from in there is like a chimney which she's got stacks of wood up next to it, and she appears to have recently, purchased some firewood and just bringing it back home.
Just from a distance, Maeve is gonna turn back to Maeve and speechlessly just slowly approach her.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
Yeah,
until they make eye contact.
You start walking up, and I would say you get like maybe 5 foot from the steps up onto the wooden porch. And as you get there, she comes out. Oh, can I help you there, dear? And she, looks at you.
It's Casnia? It's Maeve.
Maeve?
It's Maeve.
My God, you look like your mother.
My mother?
She drops whatever she's doing, walks down the steps, and just hugs you.
And Maeve breaks down. She's like in her shoulder.
You're back.
Crying.
I didn't think any of them came back.
Do you know where I went?
Yeah, come in. If only Kellum was here. Come in. And she grabs your hand tightly and just drags you into the house. She doesn't even let you say no or anything. She just drags you in. You walk in and the house is almost exactly as you remember it. You remember sword fighting with sticks in the garden as you walk past the back window. You see even the chairs that you used to sit in, they look like they've had some work done to them over the years where maybe there's been tears and stuff. But other than the cushions being changed, they look exactly as they did. And she sits you down. I'll make you some tea. Oh, this is great news. Where have you been, dear? How did you find your way back?
I don't know. What did they tell you? Where did they say I went?
Oh dear, you were so young. Your mother and father never wanted to take you there. I promise you that now. I'm so sorry. But it's so good to see you.
It's so good to see. I have so many questions.
I'll answer them all. Take as long as you need. Are you alone?
No, I was in this forest for a long time, and then
Yes.
this deity, Fae being, pulled me out of it and said I had stuff to do, and I met this amazing group of people, and we've been on adventures, and then the adventure took us here, and we happened to pass by, and I saw the Crimson Dance, and I knew I was close by. The butterflies are out, and I wanted to
Mother
go
and father
home.
always loved the Crimson Dance, didn't they, dear?
They always said that they did a Crimson Dance when they first met. Where
it's
are
good.
they?
Haven't seen them in quite some time. I believe that the thought that their little girl was no longer here troubled them so. They chose to move because your father really struggled with you leaving. You were chosen. The council, the echoes, they force it upon a family that is related to any bloodline from Symmetra. And every 15 years, a child must go to defend the forests that where it once stood. I've never heard of anyone returning.
I had... Was there a boy in this village called Benson? Not long ago?
Not to my knowledge. It is not just this village, it is just anyone that has any relation to those of Symmetra, dear. Here's some tea. And she places some tea down for you and sits beside you. And she sits, like, her knees pointed towards you. And now that you've kind of, like, took it in a little bit more, you see this golden-haired elven woman, very pretty, very angular-faced. You see that she is wearing a green dress with a golden, it almost has like a wooden effect, like belt tied around the waist to make it more slimming around the waist. And you see that she's wearing some boots, and yeah, you can see on her fingers she's got like a splinter or two from the wood, from the firewood that she's been carrying. But you see in this home, it doesn't look like anyone else lives with her. You see that she lives alone. You see a painting on the wall of Kellum when he was a young boy. He looks just like that. The picture is almost identical to your memory of him. And she sees you looking up at it and she goes, yes. Kellum, he's doing very well.
Yeah?
He always had a way with arcane powers as he grew up. And he's now one of the blade singers of the Golden Order. Your uncle got him a position. He's doing very, very well. He would be so joyed to see you, dear. She grabs your hand and squeezes it. I do not know where your mother and father have moved to, but I'm sure if you spoke to him, his job is now to track people down. It is to find those that have done wrongdoings to Saishil, and I'm sure if he used the best of his efforts, he could find your mother and father and find where they're living. I'm sure of it.
That's great news that he's done so well. He was always like a big brother to me. How do you contact him?
I write letters. It takes a few days for him to respond, but it's because the birds have to get to him, and then he accepts the mail, and in his free time he'll write a letter. Oh, I'm sure if you headed to Saishil and requested him, if he's available, I'm sure he'd come to see you, dear.
That's where we're heading.
What?
So we are heading to Seychelles. We're actually going to see the echoes.
Well, I'm sure they know where your mother and father must live. Maybe you could find them.
Maybe I can.
She starts to wipe tears from her face at the joy of you being here and just the overwhelming experience of seeing someone that's been disappeared for 15 years. Like, it's, yeah, you can see that you had a fondness of her. You used to have dinner here, suppers here.
Yeah.
Like, you spent a lot of time with Callum. So, yeah, you can see there's much joy in her, her demeanor towards you at this moment.
Maeve is visibly shocked at multiple things, but I don't think she's catching on why she is shocked right now. Or is she? But okay. Well, it's so nice to see you too. It's I am a little bit speechless. It's been so long. I
Be
know it's
honest, dear, when I
weird.
saw you on the doorstep, I really thought it was your mother. I almost called her name out when you introduced yourself. It is uncanny, the resemblance.
I probably look a bit more feral than she does. She was always very pretty.
No, I think your tribal markings suit you. You were never one to, conform. You always had your own ideas and what you wanted to do. You look exactly like the Maeve I used to know.
Thank you. It's so great to be back. I don't know how long we can stay, but at least now I know where to go. You would know my last name. That's why it's been so hard to get home. I don't remember.
I don't remember your last name.
No, I didn't remember the name of the place.
She hugs you again, just realizing you're Maeve Lenore.
Maeve Lenore?
Your mother's family, yes. Your father took her name.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, have I heard this before anywhere? Besides, obviously, it being my last name.
Yeah, you recall it, but you were like 7 years old? Like, how often you had to say your name was maybe during your schooling. Like, when you were at school and someone would be like, Miss Lenore, what are you doing out of class? Or something like that. But it wasn't ever something like, that you had to write a lot. You were so young when you left that it was sort of becoming a new concept to you that you had this last name, and over the 15 years you've never had to use it. So it's like it gone to the back of your brain. But now that she said it, it comes to the forefront.
Okay. Listen, this is a lot. I should find my friends, but we'll be here tomorrow still.
Well, I would love I would love to maybe prepare a meal for you all.
How about breakfast? Because I don't know
Yes, what
the
time?
plan is.
Here, wait there. And she goes into another room, and you hear her rattling through some drawers. And she comes out with a pouch. Here's 5 gold. Get yourself a room at the inn. Make sure that you have a good meal and that you get the most comfiest room you possibly can.
No,
Do you remember where the inn
really...
is?
Do I remember what the inn is?
Roll me an intelligence check. See if you can recall. Is it going to be another nat 20? Because you're rolling a lot of them.
20!
19. My word. You remember now the Willtop Manor. Willowtop Manor. You know that it is built into the side of a tree, but it is up high and it is beautiful. It's run by now that you're here, it's like all flooding back. You remember there was a middle-aged man, by the name of Percival, and you and Kellum used to always try and sneak into the Willowtop Manor because there was like drinks in there that you weren't allowed, and there was sometimes music, and you just, it was kids being kids. Yeah, and you just remember Percival, and he had a son by the name of Darian, who always wanted to be friends with you. But
Wait, who's Percival?
Percival is the owner of the Willowtop Manor, and he had a son about your age by the name of Darian, who always liked you and would bring you flowers.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
Darian.
But you were always too busy playing with Kellum and getting up to no good.
Oh, yeah, that sounds.
But you
like
remember
Maeve.
the name, you remember the name Darian, and his dad Percival, who would always tell you off for trying to sneak into the manor.
Yeah. Okay. No, I really, I don't need this gold. I'm sure I can sneak in. Always did it before, but keep it. It's
Don't
fine.
be silly. No, please. I want you to have this.
I close her hand back, and I just jingle my pouch of money, and I'm like, it's fine.
Very well. I'll spend it to get more things for breakfast.
Okay.
I will not take no.
Okay.
What's your favorite food?
Oh,
What do you want? Anything.
It's
I'll
not a
get.
It's not a breakfast food though.
I'll get it.
I remember the stew that you used to make us.
Hot stew for breakfast? I'll do that as well. Fine.
Sure. Yeah. That would be really nice.
Yeah, and she embraces you once more. Look, I won't keep you from your friends. Let's say 9 o'clock. Sharp.
Okay. 9 o'clock sharp. And then Maeve will give her another hug.
Yeah, she starts crying.
And Maeve is really sad and really happy, but also very troubled.
Yeah.
And will then, I guess, leave. But try and spot her friends, because she doesn't know if they know where they're going.
And I will say, after this lovely interaction, the rest of you slowly start to walk through the village. And yeah, you can see it is predominantly elven. Most of the folks here are elven or half elven. There's a couple of humans, the odd gnome that you spot as well. But yeah, predominantly elven in this town, elven and half elven. And as you guys walk through, you see these very interesting looking homes. And to Grint and maybe Erhard, they're not as interesting because you've seen them before and it's not that unusual. But to Shion, Arcturus, and Andros, these homes are literally like built on the sides of trees, and there are platforms that encompass the whole tree with stairs that go down. You can see that the craftsmanship here is very intricate. There is carvings in the woods to make like tribalistic looking patterns, and then some of the trees, parts of them have been like shaved of the bark, and then like there are motifs and all sorts of things like carved into the trees, and it's truly beautiful. This village is kind of something you would imagine from a fairy tale. And as you guys are going through, Grint would lead you towards the Willowtop Manor, which he knows roughly where it is. Hasn't been in a quite a while, but always knows where to find a couple of bevies. And yeah, as he takes you through, you make your way towards a bridge which crosses over the top of the waterfall. And as you come here, you see that the Willowtop Manor is just here at the bottom. And as you guys stand outside and look up at the place, which is a little bit higher and set into the tree itself, you see the stairs making like a zigzag sort of pattern all the way down. You hear light music coming from the manor just as the sun begins to set, and we get this beautiful dusk scene when Maeve eventually stumbles across you all stood outside. And I would say Maeve's eyes are probably a little bit puffy, looking like she's maybe teared up a little bit. And yeah, as you reconvene as a group and you all see Maeve starts to walk towards you, and before you can say anything, I think that's where we'll end tonight's session. On a lovely note of some sort of reunion with someone from Maeve's past. But yes, We are here in Stillwater, the original upbringing and home of Maeve Lenore. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session, guys. Thank you guys for sticking with us with the technical issues. We had a lot of fun. I hope everyone had a good time. We got to have a little peek behind the backstory of Maeve there a little bit, and hopefully we get to develop that even further next week. So that should be exciting. Just so everybody knows, we will be having a session next week, but the following week I am on a stag do for my own wedding, so I'm not here the following week. So whether these guys decide to do something, that's entirely up to them. But if not, we'll probably take the week off. But we can discuss through the week to see what we want to do. But yes, so this next week we will definitely have one where we will continue with the things that are going on. And guys, thank you for being here. Let's go round the room real quick. Tim, take it away.
What a session it was for me, for Arcturus, for the group, for Grognak, who's being hunted down now by Grint and Arcturus, so gonna be fine. Well, normally you can find me here on Twitch, Natural Havoc, where I stream with these bunch of guys, the D&D streams, and maybe in the future back on my own channel, Team Logic NL on Twitch as well. Let's see how it fares next week.
Awesome. And Eagle, take it away.
Well, it's great. I'm Eagle. You can find me over the Eagle Outlaw, where we do a lot of crazy things. Well, did a lot of crazy things. Potential comeback soon, maybe. We don't know. We'll see. It's been great. A lot of crazy things boiling. Wonder what's gonna happen next. But make sure you follow the socials, the Twitter, the Instagram. Make sure you go to YouTube and watch all our previous sessions. Either the first session, you start from there and work your way back up. You want to have a little marathon, that's how you can do it. You can do that. And you can do all that. This is episode 60 of Natural Havoc. And on top of that, go follow the Discord. You can talk to all of us live and all that stuff. You can say hi to me because I'm cool. And you can say hi to all these other great people. And all that cool stuff.
Thank you. And below Eagle, we have Smitty Jane.
Hello, I am Smitty. You can find me over on Twitch playing some Red Dead Redemption 2 at the moment, which I'm actually very much enjoying. It is great. And yeah, I am very excited for the next session. I wonder why. The betrayal in my heart is hurting already. Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely haven't had that planned to start a campaign. Anyway, and to the other side of the screen, we have the amazing Rez. Take it away.
Hello. Today was quite fun, wasn't it? We had quite a few laughs. I will say, Grognak, more like never gonna become old Grognak. Sorry. Oh, he so is. Sorry, Marie. Just in advance for that one. But yeah, you can find me on the Resray Twitch channel. I've been playing through some Fallout 4. We're going to be finishing it soon. And I think there's some people within Natural Havoc who like what's going to be coming up next, because I've got a poll going up at the moment. And the winning thing so far...
I saw it!
Is a game called Horizon Zero Dawn.
I also voted it!
So good.
I voted
I
it.
think that's going to be the one that wins. However, this weekend,
both
first
played
of
it
all,
at very similar times. So yeah.
Ooh, I'm excited, and I've watched Tim play it as well.
Yeah, Tim was playing, yeah.
So tomorrow, though, I'm playing a Pokemon ROM hack, which I happen to be in, and also which Natural Havoc happens to be in, which is Max Emerald, created by a lovely friend of many of ours, Hero Maxo. And he's remade Team Aqua as Natural Havoc with a K.
We the bad guys.
We the
bad
villains.
guys.
Hold up.
We the villains.
And on Sunday, I'll be playing some World of Warcraft, and as usual, I'll be hopping in a VC, and probably Eagle will hop in, and maybe the others will join as well, but Eagle will hop in, because Eagle's got nothing better to do. Eagle, have you got any... It was true, you don't. See, that's why you're walking away now, because you haven't got anything else to say. Anyway, I've taken up enough time. I will pass over to the fantastic Agent Zap.
Well, thank you. Well, who knows if we are truly the bad guys? Lies all over. Anyway, I'm Agent Zeb. I stream over on my channel a lot of variety content. We done some fun potion crafting, and next week I think we might just build a little castle for myself, or more potion crafting, because I really enjoy that, and there's a lot of stuff in there that I didn't expect was gonna be in there, so it's a lot deeper than I imagined. And yeah, find me on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, because that's the new schedule. And that's more or less it. Who knows what else the forest has to offer.
And how much of The Legend of Ox Machina Season 2 did you watch? Because we said that you had to watch some.
I posted it on the Discord, aren't you following?
I saw, but I'm letting everyone in the chat
Everyone
know.
wants to know. Yeah, we watched all the episodes. And,
You watched them all?
Yes.
Oh, let's go. I
All
thought you only
6
watched
of
two.
them.
Yeah, we watched all.
Oh, okay. I
Oh.
thought you only said 2. Oh, okay. That's so much better. Okay, awesome. Just so
I'm
you know,
pretty sure I
Zeb,
said that.
7, 8, and 9 are out today, so you got a week.
Yeah.
Anyway, above Zeb, we have Lan. Lan, take it away.
Hello. My name is Lan. I had tons of fun today playing Shion, and her dirty mind nowadays. I think she needs to find some D. But yeah.
Some D&D? Hey, yo!
No, yeah. Usually you can find me here. I'm another sort of semi-ex streamer, but you can find me here every Friday on the Natural Havoc channel. Looking forward to next week. Can't wait to explore more of Maeve's backstory.
Awesome. And finally, I'm the Onion Soup, a retired Twitch streamer as of Wednesday. But yeah, something Eagle didn't mention, which I thought he might do, is as of Friday, myself, Eagle, and the wonderful Paddy Max will be debuting our episode 1 of our 3-way hardcore Alpha Sapphire Omega
Just
Ruby
ended it
Nut-
3-way
Do I-
hardcore.
Oh my
Do I
God.
do I put the announcement in chat? The video?
It's word soup.
You don't need to do that. You can, if you follow any of us on the Discord, it will be in there. And these amazing people have been sharing it as well.
Too late.
So,
Already
like-
got the link.
Oh, okay.
Well
There you
done.
go.
Yeah,
There you go.
3-way, so-
Thank
Well
you very
done.
much.
Good.
Yes, yeah, the 3 of us are doing that on YouTube, and it's a little bit easier for me to do in terms of recording. Instead of streaming for 3 hours, I can just record for like 45 minutes and stuff. So it's much easier for me, and it allows me to still create content for you guys, which I love doing as well. And I get to play with this knucklehead who's just rocked up. So yeah, but otherwise, yeah, thank you very much, guys. We had a wonderful time. We're gonna raid out to.
I think we're raiding Hero Al Maxo, who is currently, it's something a little bit different, but he did put us in his ROM hack, for example. Yeah, he's currently doing the Max Emerald ROM hack, and actually he's getting really close to the Team Aqua hideout, which is us. It's gonna be us. He's just kicked my ass, so
Nice. Yeah, well,
Eagle is also in the ROM hack. Eagle is in there as a
there we go.
is it-
Well,
I am too.
we're
So
gonna be
Smitty.
raiding. We're gonna be raiding into something, like you said, a little bit different. But it is a good friend of ours, and like we just said, he has put us into the ROM hack. So thank you very much for that. So yeah, guys, much love, and we'll catch you next time for more dinner.
This
So,
is
yeah.
gonna be revenge. We're gonna have revenge, Rez.
Gonna put
You-
the D in
You're
D&D.
going to get destroyed next time, okay?
What for?
It's all
You know
good. We'll
what
talk about this
You
in a
know what
minute.
for.
Guys, much love. Thank you very much. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Peace.